That means no.
It was I. It was I. It was no. It was a really good chat. I mean, like I give it a. If I gave it anything, it would be like a 7.5.
This is not like Master J music. You don't got to be nice. You could just like.
Damn.
Wow, you gonna pull him like that?
You know, it's funny he says that, but then he got a whole stream just sucking off for Neverworld in his new album.
Oh, wow.
Go off, King. Go off, King.
No stream like that exists, though.
Go off, King. Go off, King.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wasn't doing that. Like here's the thing, because like I was supposed to do it, I didn't get to do it. So I'm like, yo, I didn't hear nothing. All I heard was Ultra Instant. So I'm like, yo, you know, like he followed me on Twitter and stuff like that. But I'm like, yo, I'm about to cut his behind though, because like, what if his music is bad? You know what I mean? That's why I played it. I played it live, and actually, like, it was a lot better than what I thought. So that's just what happened. Like, if it would have been trash, I would have been like, yo, making jokes on it. I rated it 8.5, I think.
What did you like about it? What was your favorite part about this chapter?
What was my favorite? My favorite part about the chapter was
wait, what?
Probably getting to see the Shogun's Devil Fruit. Even though, like,
I think they meant. What did you rate the album?
Oh no, I gave it an 8.5. Like I would have gave it a 9 if it would have ended better. I didn't.
Yeah, Brago definitely went live on this.
I only listened through half of it, but I mean, it wasn't terrible. Like people tripping if they say like it's complete trash, but I mean, like, it ain't my type of music.
Nothing. But we don't listen to that.
I mean, I haven't listened to it. So, but I don't know how good it is. But from what I've heard, I mean,
he didn't have not one trap beat on it. It was something different. Everything he talked about.
Yeah, them beats were fire. Them beats was off the chain. I ain't gonna lie.
He went to a real studio, so the quality is good. Like stuff, like it wasn't a lot I could take points off. You know
like
what I
he
mean?
dropped that YouTube check on them beats. I ain't gonna lie on that.
But, he dropped the YouTube.
Wait, so you think he about to pop off?
The only thing I could say, and this doesn't even have anything to do with the album, that's why I gave the album an 8.5, is that he needs more music videos to those songs. Like, you know, yeah, like if he pushed it harder, like if he made more music videos to it, it would probably do better. But at the same time, that's not really the album.
Did he make an Ultra Instinct music video?
Yeah, but one video? Like, really? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? Who does just one video?
I mean,
you get what I'm trying to say?
I mean, yeah, I hear that.
Like artists with deals and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get to the chapter. Talk about F God another time.
Come
on. So
highlight of this chapter was definitely Kyoshiro cutting down the Kuma.
Yeah, that was the best.
Kyoshiro season, man.
Wait, before we get to that though, what do you guys think about the reveal of Orochi's Devil Fruit?
It was dope. I mean, like, finally, just to get the name though, like the Yamata no Orochi, the whole thing, like it was dope because now we know like the significance behind and everything properly. Like,
yeah, we know it's how to smile now.
Yeah,
so like that's cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's cool that it's called the snake model. I like that.
Do you guys think that's gonna stay, or is it gonna go change to like dragon?
No, I don't think it's gonna be dragon.
I'll say like
because even now that I think about it, a Hydra isn't a dragon, and that's what we thought it was based off of.
Yeah,
and basically it's just a Japanese version of a Hydra. So
yeah, this just called like that's a legendary version of it. Like if you ever watch a show, like Laughing in Under the Clouds, like they have something basically like where you face off against one of the Orochis, and it's basically the thing that Orochi is, like the 8-headed snake. So that's what they kind of call like a dragon as well.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting being a snake fruit. Did you guys feel like Orochi lived up to his hype as far as intimidation?
Yes.
I mean, no.
It matched exactly what I was. It was exactly what I was expecting.
Yeah, I would say it's exactly what I expected, but I wouldn't say I'm impressed.
No, not impressed at all.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a goofball. He's a goof. It's just like, but the thing is, like, I've seen series where like shoguns like this have come and passed, like Gintama. So, like, I mean, when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, like I can understand it. I know some people won't like it, but it don't bother me.
Like right now, until we see otherwise, he just has a Hack's Devil Fruit. That's all we've seen from the guy. And the sailing fall on him looks like it did more damage than it should have took for. A mythical zone, whatever he was.
But even when he had like Kurosaki in his mouth, well, first off, his relationship with Kurosaki seems like he really doesn't want to kill her.
No,
But
he
didn't
did
want
not.
to. Like he's trying to
No.
find every excuse not to do it.
I think he asked her, and I don't even think she's dead, to be honest.
I kind of hope she is. I was getting
I don't think
confused
she
with
is
her
at
and
all.
Robin.
Nah,
she's
she's
not
dead.
she's not dead, man. Because like
I
it's
mean,
like in my mind, I'm like I thought it was a case, but I think Kyoshi has a plan. Because a second he got that card in his hand, I'm like, there's something going on.
I
And
feel like Kyoshiro
He
can
asked
cut
her,
what
"Are
he.
you ready?"
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like Kyoshiro can cut what he wants to cut.
Exactly. Like it has to be a plan. Like he did that enough to like get her out of there. Because he's
Think
probably
he
gonna
can
be.
cut dimensions.
I mean, shit, man.
That
We
we
gotta
saying
still
like
see.
like he
Fuji?
cut the skin and just made it bleed enough to make it look like she's actually cut through, and then he just cut the rest through a
I
dimension.
mean, I think
but-
he actually cut her, but
Yeah, but I mean that
oh,
speaks volumes on his
choose.
skills as a samurai, though. Like for you to do
Exactly.
that, though, that's fucking impressive.
That just shows like he has control, you know.
Yeah,
That's what Zoro has to learn.
I mean, shit. I think at this point, it kind of tells us that if Zoro's gonna fight a samurai, it's looking like Kyoshiro.
It's funny that you
Okay,
said
well,
that.
No, I mean,
I got
real
a question
talk, I
about
kind
that
of
though.
hope she is dead.
I got a question about that though. Do you think that Kyoshiro is actually a villain, or or do you think that him picking up that card meant that he's actually a part of the resistance?
Well, my thing is the way when I thought of it, I'm like, okay, I couldn't see Komurasaki having it because it would have probably been apparent if
Yeah.
you see it falling out of her. So that's why I think he has it. And he's probably with the resistance. Because if you think about like the Red Nine, like the Nine Scabbards and stuff, right? I'm thinking that most likely he was a member under them, just under hiding, and like Orochi didn't really know too much about him. So when he came up to him, it's like, oh shit, I'll work for you and stuff. So like,
But
he's kind of working underneath them.
it
Maybe,
looks like he
just
picked it up
because-
though, right?
It kind of does.
Which-
but it's one of those things where
which-
it falls, like,
remember the ceiling collapse with like Shinobu and Nami and stuff. So could it have been with one of them, or also this could be saying that somebody that was in that room had the card.
Yeah,
Somebody around the Shogun. I don't think Kyoshiro is a traitor. But the thing is, I feel like what he did was kind of extreme, and obviously to protect Kurosaki.
Yeah, I mean, you had to do that though.
Because if he was part of the resistance, why would he take that out randomly in the middle of a meeting?
No, somebody had it. Somebody definitely had it. If it's Kurosaki, that'd be weird. If she did have it.
Yeah, because I mean, there already is the assumption on her being Hiyori. So what's the need really for you to have the card on you?
Actually, the only reason why I could see that is if she's like the daughter of like one of the Nine Scabbards, and like I don't know, maybe they gave it to her, kind of like a Mulan situation, like kind of like she's.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I see.
you see, like she's kind of posing as a samurai.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So basically, if you were watching Mulan and stuff, like basically when she like it was supposed to be like the dad that was supposed to go to war, but she took the honor instead. So it's kind of like in that role where instead of if let's say one of the Nine Scabbard guys is dead and that's like her daughter, then she's the one taking the mantle as like the Mulan.
Okay.
Yeah, she's as the
Okay. I mean, even with the Kurosaki or her getting cut down, it was just like I didn't think she was dead or significantly hurt. It's obviously it's all a front from Kyoshiro to do that.
Yeah, it's like the second you got that dialogue between the two of them, like, are you prepared? Like, yeah, indeed. It's like what's the need? If you're gonna cut her down, you cut her down.
Yeah.
Okay? So there has to be. He is working on something.
Yeah, because like even if he is evil, like I feel like he still wants to take control of the situation. So he's probably not gonna kill her. He probably didn't kill her. He's probably just trying to like wound her and then take her away, and then use her as a bargaining chip or something.
You mean he has his own motives?
Yeah, he has his own motives.
I mean, if anything, like, he probably has like these a third party basically antagonist. Like he's doing it for his own motive. But again, I could see them switching sides and actually being one of the Nine Scabbards from before.
You can tell he doesn't give a fuck about Orochi because when Orochi was like, "Yo, what have you done?"
Oh yeah, that's apparent already.
He even turned around. He's like, "Yo, man,
back up with them buck teeth."
I did what I had to do, but I don't know. Like Orochi, he's still meh to me.
I was calling this since like last chapter. Like that guy reminds me of the guy that cut the girl. He reminds me of like what is his name, Gen or Gwen from
Bleach.
Yeah, that's what I said last.
Yeah, the guy that like
the guy that betrayed
the whole time.
Well, he attempted to betray Aizen.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna.
Y'all just gonna throw out Bleach spoilers like that.
Time, and he played his
I should.
Like on some
that is a huge spoiler.
But then you find out he's good though. So this guy, like, he's not fooling me thanks to Bleach, and I know he's a good guy. Like, I don't care what happens unless something really happens. But
you think he's a good guy?
Yeah. and the card situation is tricky because either way this plays out, he's gonna be a good guy, kind of. Because check this out, like it could have been his own card. He could have pulled it out. Like, this is the reason why I had to do this because he's down with that.
Why would he pull
Or
out?
I mean, Jin did have a similar relationship.
well,
that
he
orange
like he
haired
was in
female.
trouble though. You know what I mean? Like he just pulled it out to like he had to.
But-
Yeah.
Like he's a good guy. He had to do it. And he's just like looking at it.
No, but he said flutter.
Like it fell in his hands.
Yeah. Like it just felt like it fell down into his hand.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense though. It could have been from the ceiling, if anything.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that like I don't think it fell from the ceiling. I think it's either his, and if not, it's the girls. But if it's the girls, peep this.
Yeah, but for him to hold
Well,
it,
the
right?
thing-
Like he would notice it from before. Like he knows it belongs to like the guy's part of resistance.
Yeah, he recognizes the
No,
symbol.
well, I think what this means is that if it's not his, which I don't think I would think it's not his, this makes him aware now, right? This brings some more awareness to what's actually going on. Because remember, he was making fun of Orochi when we first got introduced to him and said Orochi's like scared of ghosts and all this stuff. And this could lead to them actually looking for these people and taking what Orochi's saying seriously. Because he looked at it like, yo, for real? What is this? What is this sign?
Yeah, and it makes the alliance sound more apparent now to him. Like it's like, oh,
But
he's
he
not
looks
talking
like-
crazy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's tricky because at the same time, he's looking like a traitor though, because he like what he did doesn't help the Shogun whatsoever. Like he did it to keep her alive for his
Well,
own.
the thing is, well, his, the
Oda's
bond,
killed her
inclusion
to
of
keep
that.
her
Oda's
alive,
inclusion of that statement. Did he do it to show his own loyalty? Kind of seemed like he was trying to because that it's not necessarily for loyalty.
it's not for loyalty. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not for loyalty.
Oh,
But that's how it looks.
Because
It's the if it's the girls though, like whether it's hers or whether it's her father's or whatever like that, for him to see that, like look what happened at it from this way, right? Say it's hers, right? Whether it's hers or it's her father's, right? He just cut her, so she's pretty much out of commission. So he might take the responsibility of taking her slot. If you get what I'm trying to say?
Okay, here's
Like,
the thing.
I
All right, so
had to cut her. He can't do it anymore. I'm gonna do it now.
so you guys think like the thing that her having that is like a memento from her father, and she always carries it with her, and then after
With
you
the card?
the card. Like,
I mean, they only started handing out those cards recently,
Yeah,
right?
what are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean,
is that a new thing, really?
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty
This
new.
is
Yeah,
they just now just started trying to get allies.
yeah, like them
They
having
didn't
the
know.
tats.
They didn't just now start to get allies.
No. I'm saying like in terms of them having like the tats and stuff with their ankles, that's been there since time.
Yeah.
But them showing off these cards, like, it's only been now.
You know what I'm saying? So these cards didn't exist.
Like Kinemon and
This is-
Usopp showed
yeah.
up like a week ago.
Yeah, this is new. But I mean, again, we gotta look at her ankle and see if she got the tat. Then it makes it more symbolic.
do we see?
Wait.
her
So what I'm
like
saying, for these cards, did they create the symbol, or was this always a symbol?
No,
I think the symbol is probably already there,
That's
but
what
it
I'm
wasn't.
saying.
It wasn't put into use.
Yeah,
For the
you're right.
cards.
you're
Well,
right.
no, because Kinemon explained the symbol, and the symbol means that they're having the showdown at the fire festival or something like that.
Yeah, it was something
So-
complicated and stupid.
Yeah, so I think that means that they made the majority of that symbol. The only symbol that they had before was the crescent moon and the Kazuki crest.
So if she, it has to be something recent. Somebody got it recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's hers. I think it's somebody there that we don't know. But the thing with the problem with Kirishiro being a good guy, it's like one of the strongest people we presume on Kaido's side, being on our
Yeah.
side, is like,
See, but at the same time, like whether he's on Luffy's side or not, or whether he's on Kinemon's side or not, like Kaido is so strong that like it doesn't like all right, like look at Marineford, all it took just to try to stop Whitebeard, even though Whitebeard had Luffy and them come and help. So it's like at the same time, however strong this guy is, it doesn't really matter. What's ahead is still difficult.
I mean, they had
In my
Big Mom
opinion.
on their side though.
No, yeah, well, Big Mom is like who knows what's up with Big Mom because she lost her memory. Like who knows how good she can fight now.
before
Like,
Big Mom,
and
I
Lucky-
She just has to punch.
wait, before we get to Big Mom, did the Brook thing? I understand it and it makes sense, but I was kind of just like, it's kind
I
of.
know, I thought it was hilarious.
Comedy.
Like,
I thought it was funny.
It's just a couple ghosts like popping up out of nowhere. He's like, like like I think the Coco thing got me the best because that just reminded me of Sugar, like way back when like she faced off with Usopp and she's had the foam in her
Yeah.
mouth. Like I'm just like, oh shit, like that's pretty cool.
These
Yeah,
ninjas
'cause
have
I
been
wa-
amazing.
The whole time I was thinking, I was all like, why isn't he actually fighting? He's just scaring them. But I thought, okay,
That's the
you know,
yeah.
maybe he just didn't want to show his powers, He
Yeah,
wants
to
to
make him
ground
more
it.
aware.
remember they're scared of the ghosts too. Like the whole.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, he's chasing
yeah.
them.
You use someone's fear against them.
Yeah.
Like it
That's
makes
why he
sense.
said he
Did
was
it better
gonna turn
though.
around because
Did Orochi see Brooke?
No.
No, he didn't.
'Cause he would've shit
Because he was
himself.
he was busy. Yeah.
He was busy
Isn't
having
it
the
like
ceiling dropped on
isn't it
his
like
head.
the Japanese fear of spirits?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he,
Shikigamis.
he
Yeah.
mentioned that like last chapter, right?
Yeah, he
So
did.
Yeah.
if he sees Brooke,
could've
he's
been,
gonna go
like-
crazy.
He the ghost.
Yeah,
of
he having a heart
Superman.
Yeah, and then Robin, we finally saw Robin use a. When the last time Robin used that attack, yo?
Again, Pesto
Been a
Mano.
minute.
I think it
Since
just
Fishman
Rosa.
Island.
Was it Dress Rosa?
Really? Oh, really? Yeah, just Rosa. I was sure she used it before.
Did she use it versus the Diamante?
I couldn't even say that word.
I think she's a
Gigantomano?
yeah. Oh, I'm using like the big
I think
hands.
she
or
made like a
feet, yeah.
hand umbrella or some kind of rock.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
made,
like,
she made an umbrella.
She made stairs. She made stairs. That's all she did in Dressrosa.
She did not just make stairs.
Nah, she did a little more, man. Come on,
She
don't do
made
her like that.
stairs, dog.
She
Oh
made
yeah,
stairs, she
stopped
caught
Hakuba.
Hakuba.
Yeah.
That was with regular hands though, I think.
Yeah. Gigantesco Mano, there was like, I don't remember the last time she used that. Honestly, it's been a minute. So to see her actually using that was cool. Of course, Nami comes in and does her thing.
Bro,
Per
I was
usual.
With
marking
the
out.
thunderclap, fam.
Bro, I was marking out because
want Nikki to do
Brago,
so
you know what
bad.
moment was, bro? You remember in Naruto with Sasuke and Itachi?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I swear to God, the second I read it, I'm like, be gone with the thunderclap. I was like, yo, like, holy shit.
Yeah, that was cool. Nami coming in and doing her thing. I thought the Shinobu shit was hilarious too.
It was,
Yes, bro. With him and
All
with
black
her and
man was
Hanzo.
like,
He said, "Is that
she's
you,
like, yo,
Shinobu?"
you're
Oh,
the
no, my bad.
bewitching Kunoichi.
Oh, I gotta stop doing
He's
You
like-
like, oh wait,
dog.
that's somebody else.
He's like,
you
she's
ain't
like,
the-
I'm surprised you. No, my apologies. I'm mistaken
She
for
looks
someone else.
good.
Yeah, yo, it's like white beard. It's like, you're not
She
the
got
king
mad
I'm
as
waiting
fuck.
for.
Yo, shout out to Shinobu. I like Shinobu a lot.
Yeah,
And then you
so
saw how
I like these ninjas a lot, bro.
she
These
said
guys are
ninja
funny.
arts binding because he was fucking toppled
Yeah.
over. Like, don't act like that was your fucking plan. Nah, I like Shinobu. I mean, the ninjas, it was just like, it was so many of them. Oda had to find a way to kind of stop them, which is kind
Yeah.
of like using Brook and then Shinobu. It was like, all right, you know. So they're going to be fucking, ultimately, do you think they're going to be fodder?
I mean, I don't think they're
I would say not exactly fodder, like they can't fight, but like they're not going to be like
They're probably Rizel level.
there won't be pushovers. Like,
Probably as
yeah,
strong as Rizel.
they're
they're not going to get one shotted and off screen. Like, you know, they're always going to be in the story to protect Orochi or whoever they got to protect. But I don't think they're actually going to fight and win.
Probably gonna do something
Another thing
later
too
on.
is that even though one of them got beat kind of quick, I don't think they're all at the same level.
Yeah, at least it gotta be one of them. At least
where's
it's like probably
Anel's-
stronger.
Yeah.
than them.
Where's Anel's
Like, I
uncle?
mean, yeah,
I
now
was
it's on.
surprised. I was surprised at the fact I got taken out by a punch to the balls.
Yeah,
I was expecting more from him.
Yo,
It
yeah,
made for
dude.
some good comedy.
Yo, he took him one page. He got beat. That's wild. he
Yeah.
He's like, this is the power of the master.
got the ECG treatment. That's
Speaking of
crazy.
page one, did we are we mad that Sanji's fight got skipped?
No, because
not
It
really.
got postponed. It didn't get skipped.
Yeah, we're
Well,
gonna
no,
come back
because,
to it.
well, it's weird because they said it was the following morning
Yeah, we
at the end of the
skipped forward.
chapter. So, like, I mean, you figured like something might have happened, but like,
Well,
we
I
have
mean,
to-
something
Hasn't-
has to happen.
hasn't Oda
There's no
been
way.
going-
There's
Unless-
no way they were fighting for a
Unless
whole
they,
day
unless
and
it's gonna
Drake
be like
didn't show up.
another cracker situation, which we go back and it's like they've been
Yeah, I
fighting
was
for
gonna
this
say,
entire
To
time.
be honest,
No,
Yeah,
no,
Oda's
no,
been
no, no,
going-
no.
to
no.
be
Oda's been
honest,
going back
there's
and
no
forth
way
in
that they
time.
skip over this fight because remember they said he called in X Drake and Hawkins to come and
Exactly.
check it out.
yeah, it's not gonna take
They
you like
can't
12
just-
hours for the dude to pop up. Like, he's gonna
Yeah,
show
but
up. Like,
ha-
Unless Sanji's high diff in all three of these at the same time.
Hasn't
we not
Oda been
we
going
not
back and
giving him
forth?
that.
Hasn't Oda been going back and forth in time?
Has
Nah,
he?
but Sanji's the main character, and he's not gonna skip over like what happens.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one,
Did
but
it
I
with
mean,
Luffy?
like, it's not gonna take a whole day. There has to have been some kind of resolution there.
No, it doesn't. Like just because
Yeah.
he's gonna go back and he's gonna pick up the fight where it left off at.
Exactly.
like a flashback.
He's probably gonna say
Sure.
several hours ago or something like that.
I'm pretty sure like keep in mind Sanji said he could end the fight quick. We're probably gonna see how Sanji
Kind of like how with a Bizu Town where Oda
he's probably
said
gonna run.
this happened
Hey,
a while back.
hey, you
But,
guys! I
a
just
moment in
realized
time ago.
something.
What's
What's
up?
up?
That wasn't Kirishima that picked up the car. She was holding that while she was laying on the ground.
Hold
Is
on.
it? Hold on, let me go back.
Because you look, he never bends down, and you see where her arm is at the top. and then you see the black stripe on the ground, and then if you look at the card, it's right next to the
Oh damn.
No, wait, it's probably next to
That's,
the.
So she had it in her hand.
So she probably had it in her hand, and he noticed it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Okay.
it is. Yeah.
Oh,
'cause
I
the-
see.
Yeah, the way the hand is angled.
Yeah,
it's
the hand is still on the ground. Yeah.
I think she was showing it to him. Is what
And it
what,
was just
what happened right
fluttering
there.
her hand.
Yeah. Yo, damn, yo.
Oh, is she a real?
Yeah, because
bro?
on the next page you see the black
Oh,
stripe.
shoot.
That's a ting right there.
Wait, so she was all right. So if she's the daughter
That's
of a
so dope.
samurai,
That makes it even better, dude.
so
It
who
does,
is she,
honestly.
bro?
I don't
telling-
know. But
hey,
she's
man,
definitely not Hyrule
Brago,
anymore.
the
I mean, it's
obvious
obvious,
answer.
bro.
Yeah.
She can't be Hyrule
That's
anymore.
wild. She throwing up her set like. on
Yeah,
her-
she
Yeah,
exactly.
she
But
went
she's
So
Hiyori.
Kirito is really part of
Man,
the
she
Rogue
went with
gang
the
right
Bloods.
now.
Nah, I still don't think that.
Oh.
What do you mean?
No, he's probably with them, but he probably like.
I mean, she
once he
could be
sees
one
that
of the-
card and he
Yeah,
starts,
she could
like,
be
finding out
any
what's
one of the
going on.
samurai's daughters.
Yeah. I mean, she could
No,
be
yeah,
one of the
yeah,
nine
Odin's.
scabbards, maybe. I don't
How come
know.
y'all think she like it seems like they're hinting towards that's what's his name daughter. That's the
That's Odin's daughter, bro.
Yeah, that's Odin's daughter.
Yeah, that's what they're hinting to, and fucking
Oh,
going out of
I
their
believe,
ways to
I believe
telegraph.
in the last
Yeah.
chapter. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I
Because-
don't think it is.
I was gonna
I
say
mean,
though,
at this
about,
point, it's like who you gonna go with Hiyori at this point? Like,
I mean, no, I have no problem people saying it's Hiyori, but I'm just like I'm holding out for it to be someone else.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, in terms of like where we are right now in the story, like in Act 2, like how much time because I feel like you would have to add more time to kind of give us that.
For it to be
Especially-
somebody else's daughter.
If that's not Hiyori and we're gonna have to see somebody else be Hiyori, I feel that's gonna take a lot more time to kind of flesh out. And I feel like Act
Shit,
2,
what if
because
she's like
Mulan-
Ryuma's
yeah,
grandmother?
Brago, she got a lot of
Yeah.
time.
Well,
Unless she's
unless,
like actually
They
dead,
can
though.
flesh
That'd
out
be
a
dope.
character in one chapter.
Brago,
Yeah, I
she
mean,
got,
you
Right.
could, I mean, you could do that, but then it's like considering the importance and stuff to Odin and everything. That's like,
Why does she
she
have
got
to
a
be
lot of
somebody's
screen
daughter
time
though?
for her to
Why
not
can't
be
she be?
important.
No,
Like
no,
a
no, no.
granddaughter.
I'm not saying she's not important, but she doesn't have to
No.
be Odin's daughter to be
I
important.
mean, she got a lot of screen time to not be Odin's daughter. Like pretty much put it like that.
I don't think so.
And then wait. And then what Momo said makes sense. Like he said, if he had a sister, she would be around her age. There's just too many like
Yep.
parallels. Yeah.
Right in your face. Yeah.
I agree,
Like,
but I'm
This
saying
entire argument is so dumb, and I have to say this again because Brago's entire argument is that it's so obvious that he doesn't want to believe it because Oda's leading us to make it like too obvious. Usually, when you hint at a character being someone and you hide them, you give like small context clues. You don't just like throw it in their faces like, "Oh, this is obviously who it is."
Yeah.
But one of the things though is that like
No, he did that with Lola and being
to
big
me
mom
anyway, you
shot
know
her.
what I mean? Like I can't speak for
Really?
everybody. I can't speak for everybody, and I can't speak for the story. But at the
I
same
don't
time,
remember that.
whether she's Odin's daughter or not doesn't really like that's not something worth. Like he doesn't really have to hide that. I feel like so that's probably why he's doing it like that. It's like whatever. This is his daughter.
Well, he has. hidden
He
it,
has.
though,
Yeah.
that's
He
the
hasn't said it. If
Yeah,
he wasn't hiding, he would just come out and say it from the jump.
No.
Yeah.
I know that, but at the same time, where like this wasn't the most hardest thing to figure out. Like I could guess with ease, like oh yeah, that's Odin's daughter. So it, like you know what I mean. Like he's not trying to be like make it crazy difficult. Is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's there. It's like she can't really like go ahead and like, oh, I'm Hiyori. You know what I mean? Like,
Another thing.
Yeah, I
too
think it is
is,
Hiyori, but I understand Brago's argument.
yeah,
Another thing too is about her having a card, right, and not having the tat on her leg makes it even more obvious to me because like it's a good reason why she can't have the tat. Do you know why she can't have the tat?
What
I mean, if they know that she's part of the resonance, like it's
Well,
obvious.
Well,
But why she
Well,
carrying
many
this?
people
Apparently they don't check.
She's
the
carrying
ankles
the
out here.
card. Like.
well, wait, no. Right now it's different. Like here's the thing. Like I told you that guy's a good guy, so she's showing him. Watch that guy be a good guy. Like how Gen
Yeah,
was.
I'm on the mindset too. Kyosho's gonna flip sides off.
Oh yeah, but the reason
Why,
she can't
why
have it
would
on her
she have
leg
it in her
is
hand?
that
Why would she show
check this
him?
out. Because he's an ally. Like what's wrong?
Yeah, I think she knows something about him, and he knows something.
Oh, so he was a
Yeah.
previous
Yeah.
scabbard.
Hold on,
Yeah,
Brago,
maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm
If we
saying.
compare
Yeah.
him to the other guy, if we compare him to Shedimaru, the King of Thieves guy, or whatever they was calling him, he's out there being a King of Thieves, but yet he's on their side. So this guy could be doing that and could be on their side. Like they don't have to be goody two shoes.
Well, I think
Like, when
they're
it's
going.
time-
I think
Because
they've
again,
gone-
you got to think the way that they were passing out these cards is by on the streets. They were just kind of like putting it in people's pockets and stuff. They can't do that with Kayoshiro, because he's a what do you call it? He's a yakuza or whatever. Like he's that rank.
He's like
So
a
like
top
this would be the
one,
best way
To get it
if
to
he
him?
is a scabbard to like contact him.
So that means
Yeah.
Kumasaki was outside walking around and shit. Or she
Yeah, but you
was.
also gotta remember too, Kyoshiro was the one that could raise her and stuff, during the time. So
Mhm.
like, for anything to happen, like that's a signal. Like
Oh yeah, and like I think why she got the card and why it's not on her legs is that since she's a prostitute, if it was on her leg, people would see it.
Yeah.
No, and it would get
it's true. It's true.
So
No,
her
it's
having
obvious.
a card-
No,
her
I
having
mean,
a card
I
is a good
understand.
way to,
I
like,
agree,
low-key
but
have
it's
it.
just
People care
funny.
about her
Yeah,
ankle.
they're
at that
gonna
point.
be hitting from the back, like, yo, what that?
I don't think they're focusing on her ankle at that point, but
Are you kidding me?
Are we not?
Funny.
Like her having a card.
Bobby,
is,
you don't look
only
like
way-
you don't look at ankles during sex.
right, like you're doing your thing, and all of a sudden, like, yo, what's up with your ankle, yo?
Hey, you gotta work
Oh, yeah,
your feet
and
up, bro.
One more thing
Nah.
about this situation is that, like, if you look at what happened, right? Like, the Shogun is going crazy on all the people. This guy, he can't even do nothing without the Shogun questioning him. These people are in danger, and they need to be saved, pretty much. You know what I mean? So, like, this is one of those situations, and he already thinks he's a coward. This is one of those situations where, like, he's about to just join up with Kinemon and them because they need help. To me, the people in this chapter aren't too different from the people in Dressrosa who helped Luffy get his energy back from Dofi when they carried him around. Like, all these people seem to be in danger.
Yeah, I mean, Kiyoshiro being an ex-scabbard is starting to make more sense based on this, with her showing him the card. Maybe she overheard him talking about something, and she knew of his history, so she's like, let me show him this to see the decision that he makes. Like I said, from the jump, he's been kind of like an interesting character that we're kind of not sure where he's gonna go, and now it's
and he could be one of those characters to where he's like kind of like the opportunist character, to where he doesn't really like Orochi at all, but he kind of is just under him because like that's like the new like Shogun or whatever, and like he just kind of just does that.
Oh, so he's like loyal no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could
because off of what he said, yo, when someone stands up to the
might
Shogun,
just use he might just use the other side to get an upper hand.
Another thing too is that if you question like everything that the guy said so far, because what he's like, see, like, remember last chapter he was like, oh, like he'll cut Kinemon and him down and stuff. I think he was just saying that to say that, like, he knows up, but he just like pretending.
well, like what Frube was saying, I think he's just loyal to the crown, where it doesn't matter who's on the crown. It's like, if you oppose the Shogun, like, I'm gonna be against you.
That reminds me
It's just a samurai code.
It's like Black Panther, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Or he could be like if you compare him to Shedimaru. Remember how he was saying that even if the samurais come back without a good leader, they'll fail. So this guy, when he's like nah, they're not coming back. He could just be like it seems like some of these people, they don't even believe in the comeback. Like, they don't believe everybody's gonna come back and win. So this guy could be one of those people.
A part of the way Oda depicted Kyoshiro's face after he cut Curzon, and me thinking that he was just wanting to cut something.
Nah, it's more than that. It's not just that. Like he
like
was never
sore, like because he's some of those sores, the cursed sores, the itching for bloodlust.
I mean, yeah, he probably does have a cursed sword too as well. And I mean, it also speaks volumes again, because if he's able to, like, try and cut her down while killing her while possessing one of those things, like, man.
His face just looked too happy about that shit.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, honestly,
and again, just them talking and stuff beforehand, like, I mean, that's kind of a dead giveaway. If you're gonna cut somebody down, you don't speak, you just cut.
This is a hint from the last chapter. So a hint that he's probably down with Kinemon and them is that last chapter the Shogun said, "Do you remember their crazy strength?" or something he said. So like even if this guy is one of the strongest people, these guys was monsters. The guy said, like, so Kinemon, Shedimaru, this guy, you know what I mean? So like it would make sense.
I don't think Kinemon was a monster.
No, this guy said I forget the exact words he said, but he said like their obscure strength or there's something, like he hyped them up. And one of the guys, Kurt Jack,
even though they didn't fight to the finish. Except Kinemon and Kanjuro.
Say what?
Talk about everybody else.
I really hope Koshiro's strong, because like I could actually see him being a good fight for Zoro.
Yeah, I honestly could as well. Like, I mean, if it doesn't have to be Orochi being the fighter, because he could just be like the political figure for that, and then Kyosho being like the muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
I do think Orochi is going to be strong, though, especially after what we saw from this chapter. I don't.
Yeah. So as a swordsman, I don't know.
Discussion, so I don't know what you guys talked about, but I don't think that Orochi got like. I think it's possible that he didn't even like get like one shot or whatever.
What if the ceiling falling on him like knocks him out and then he calms down? So we don't really know. Like I think if the ceiling falls on him,
he got hit with a thunderclap, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if I look at him without like the swords and stuff, he could just rely on like his double.
Well, if he survives that, it confirms he's not fodder.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think he is fodder.
Devil fruit is broken. Like do we know?
Yeah. I'm saying, like, in terms of like he can just rely on the fruit. It doesn't have to be a swordsman either. You know, he has that. Yeah.
Super Evil Forever says, "Hey Brago, can we get an ankle reveal?"
Hey, when?
What? How was that an 8?
Before or after?
Lad's been looking forward to see my ankles.
That's weird stuff.
I mean, shit, I was supposed to break them in New York, but
Wait, so did y'all talk about
You two cuddled up under the covers.
nah, you broke my chin, dog.
We're talking about what?
What?
What do you say, Foop?
No, I was gonna say, did y'all talk about Big Mom breaking Luffy out of jail?
We didn't touch on
Yeah.
that yet, but yeah, that seems like where it's going.
Yeah, because I saw like Udon, I'm like, she's going to the prison, but I'm like,
I
okay,
didn't even
I understand
realize
why.
for a second.
Well,
But
I
it's
mean,
just,
I
it's
think
like
the
I don't
big
want
part of that
lines.
is like if you look at the last page in the background, you can see the prison, so it's kind of like alluding to that for sure.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can see the rocks where the prison
Yeah.
is.
because that's where the prisons are. They're on top of the
Yeah,
big
well,
rock.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that they're using Big Mom this way, or Oda's using Big Mom this way. How do you guys feel
Bro,
about
you
it?
said this is all Smoothie's fault too.
Chopper's gonna use her,
I
man, just
mean-
as bait. I think it's just use her as bait, honestly, just so they can get Rizzo and like Luffy out of there after.
I can already see it happening.
It's gonna be comedic as hell. Like, yo, I need you to go right there, cause a commotion, shit. Like,
she's
it's gonna be
gonna go
comedic
there,
chapter, man.
And there's gonna be no noodles or whatever, and then she's gonna get pissed and start.
She's gonna
ranting.
fucking
I think
choke
Laz is
someone
right.
out.
She wants
Kaido,
Oshiriko.
Keep in mind that at the
Kaido-
prison, there's
Yeah.
actually a lot of noodles and stuff because they have to put
Yeah.
workers there.
Kaido,
but what
Kaido's
if
probably gonna-
Magellan's working at that prison though? You don't think he's one shotting?
Nah, come
Yo,
on.
Kaido's probably,
You don't think he's
probably
going
gonna freak out just like he did when Big Mom first arrived.
Yeah, bro,
He's
he's
gonna
gonna,
he's gonna freak out that she's arrived at the prison. And all the forces are gonna go out to try and stop.
bro, he's gonna be on the Dendemushi with somebody. She'll be strangling the fuck out. Where are my noodles?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the whole Big Mom being used in this way, man. I'm gonna let it play out. I'm gonna see what happens. It's
Yeah. I mean, I don't care for Big Mom, so it's like the comedic parts, man. I'll take it.
I'm more worried for Totland because Napoleon's eyes are closed. I mean, he is not.
I mean,
Well,
it's
that
weird because
island's
Zeus is
gone,
completely
bro.
fine.
Yeah, if Zeus is fine, everybody else is fine.
Oh.
That's not true.
Probably
Because
just
Zeus
hurt.
has no.
Wait.
No, Napoleon's probably just hurt from the fold, and like if Zeus is fine and stuff, then everybody else is fine.
Wait, let me go look
If
at-
anything, it's more weird that Zeus and
Napoleon can't
like
be hurt though.
you said, he can't be hurt.
That's what he said when when she was fighting Brooke.
Come on now, if he falls in the ocean, he's still like
Yeah.
a devil fruit like inspired thing. So he can be
Yeah.
hurt.
He just seems like he's out of it. Like he's still trying to collect his memories. Like so
Why would he? Why would he have lost his memories though?
Because she did.
Well,
Because it's part of
well,
her
it's different.
soul.
He's the closest
Yeah,
to Big
Zeus
Mom.
didn't
So
lose his
like
memories,
Big
though.
Mom is stuck on stupid. He's gonna be stuck on stupid too.
Yeah.
But
He's trying to find them.
Yeah, he's trying to find her memories right now, calculating.
I mean, it doesn't.
I mean,
it
didn't
doesn't
we-
justify
didn't we
with
see-
you and
didn't
Bro,
we
Napoleon.
see-
the hat's in the Avatar state.
I mean, didn't we
If
see
you
this
move it, it
before
dies,
when?
bro.
Didn't we see this before when Big Mom was eating that cake that Sanji made, and Napoleon was not synchronized with Big Mom?
Oh, let's not bring that up.
We've seen it time.
so I still think Big Mom is the strongest Yonko, and I don't see nothing wrong with this happening. Like I don't.
Oh,
I don't
shit.
See the point.
Who was even saying that?
Someone donated $2 and said something that made me think of something. What if fucking Big Mom goes to break them out of prison and Kid gets like pissed and tries to like fight her or something?
He's
can't
probably
beat her,
gonna get
though.
clapped.
Most likely. So, like, he would just,
No, I don't think he can beat her, but like I think it would just be an interesting
Yeah,
thing
well, I
that
mean,
would
Kid's gonna try and strangle her with Udon.
happen.
Kid gonna get the hell out of
This
there.
is for my fucking honor.
Well, I don't think Kid. Well, you think Kid is just gonna straight up attack her?
I mean,
no,
in
no,
reality, it would not
Because the
surprise
thing
me.
is, the perception was that somebody from Big Mom took his arm, but he did what he had to do with Big Mom to get out of there. So right now, Big Mom would have beef with him.
Yeah, but what if he's thinking like, oh fuck, this bitch is coming back to get revenge on me or something? You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
But
if
wasn't
I'm
it,
no,
wasn't it
bro.
confirmed that wasn't
I
it
don't know,
confirmed
man.
that Reddit pirates took his
That he
arm?
lost his
I mean, the
arm,
fact that
too.
he went after someone like Shanks, I mean, you would have to figure like he would have the same perception for the other
If
ones.
I'm Kid or Luffy, especially if I'm Kid, I'm not trusting this bitch at all.
wait, but
He
at the
won't try
same
and kill
time,
him.
like him attacking Kaido like that was what got him in this situation in the first place. I don't think he's about to just attack Big Mom. I
He
think
didn't
he's
attack
focused on
Kaido.
Kaido.
attacked him.
No, like when Kaido dropped out the sky, they all was ready to fight him, and this is
Yeah.
how they got in that situation.
I don't know if they're
mean,
all ready to fight him. They're
Uh,
looking pretty worried.
Yeah, Kid was
They,
ready.
they,
still fought him
they,
at
they
the
were,
end.
bro,
That
they,
attack is true.
bro, they were having some
Yeah,
pastas
exactly.
together, chilling. And
Big
this man was
Mom-
like, yo,
If Big Mom is an ally, it's no point in fighting her. Just like Luffy and Capone,
Yeah,
was
but
an
they won't
ally.
really know she's an ally. They'll just see her and be like, "Oh shit, it's Big Mom."
Yeah,
Chopper,
Kinda like
is
how
there to
Chopper was.
explain the situation though. Like you're not making any sense. Like you're talking about like what he's gonna see. Like
No,
with
no,
Chopper.
Ty. The first thought when you see Big Mom is to be on guard. You're not thinking that Big Mom
Yes,
is
but
now
also,
an
like I
ally.
said, we know that the Big Mom rampaging thing is like a huge like aspect of Big Mom's character. So if she goes to that prison and starts rampaging, and Chopper can't control her anymore, and then Luffy and Kid are like, "What the fuck's going on, Big Mom? Why are you here?"
Why would she rampage though?
Yeah, she's not gonna rampage.
Well, because she
wants
She's
to
not gonna get her new
Oh,
She's going
for
there.
the
Bro,
sweets.
the udon,
yeah,
yeah.
the Shiruko. I don't know what the fuck that is, but
Oh, Shiruka.
That was different. Like on Whole Cake, she
Oh,
really,
so
really
Chopper be like, "Yo,
like,
it's all in there."
Yeah.
Chopper be like, "Yo, it's in there," and Big Mom goes and fucking busts it out. And
and
okay.
Whole Cake.
yeah, exactly. Because you got to think like I don't
So
know
she
if
busts
there
her
are
out?
if there are actually
Yeah.
those Shirukos or whatever on that island, but like if she goes there and she does whatever, and there's no Shirukos there, she's gonna be like, "What the fuck? You lied to me!" And then
Exactly.
No,
Oh,
look, but in
shit.
that case, all they gotta do is be like, "Look, matter of fact,
Oh, I got
in
the
this
thing.
place.
Yeah. So Shiruko, it's like basically like a, it's like flour dumplings, chestnuts, and like azuki beans, basically like in some kind of like It's almost like you almost have like think of
So
like
some
rice
Japanese
pudding.
bullshit, huh?
Think of like rice pudding.
Pretty much.
Think of rice
That's
pudding.
all
There's
I
a whole
heard.
bunch of mixed up shit. Yeah.
But if there's no
So it's not
Shiruko
the-
there, she's gonna be pissed,
Yeah.
bro.
She
Yeah.
gonna
No, but
go
all they
into a
gotta do-
rampage because
No, no, she
it's
seems a lot nicer now.
Bro,
She's always
I'll-
nice when she just
No,
ate.
she was nice.
I'm telling you, bro,
No.
a poor hippo's about to get strangled. Man.
But the thing is, young,
Luffy might just give her some kiwi dongo or whatever that shit is.
That's
Yeah,
not gonna
just like-
work.
but the thing is,
No,
young
her,
Big Mom
she
wasn't
needs
necessarily a
exactly-
bad person.
She needs exactly what she
Again with
she
this?
doesn't taste in her mind. So
wasn't.
she
All they gotta
Alright,
do is
Jordan.
like, oh, it's in Kaido.
Give me paw. This is.
They gotta do is send it to someone.
She was just like she didn't know
Yeah, I
her
linked
own
them in the
strength.
chat.
She was just super fucking strong, and then she wanted to fix
I don't
everybody.
know. I also think it would be cool if that did happen and Kid and Luffy fought her and she was like nerfed a little bit, so it would make it like a little bit closer.
we
So
don't
if
need
that
her
could be, like,
nerfed
kind of their, like,
anymore.
So we get
What if Napoleon is trolling?
So we get Luffy and Kid being a Yonko. Start
What?
What do you mean he's trolling?
You just
Taking a
say quite
nap.
on purpose,
That's
dog.
not, like it's not
Come
a
on.
chance. It's not a good chance of that happening with Chopper being there to be like, yo, she lost her memory. She's helping us now. It's like they're not like Kid might be scared, Luffy might be scared, but they're not gonna fight her.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be on guard, but then like after Chopper explains, it's like, all right, let's like.
I
let's
mean,
just
yeah,
get
like
out
I
of here.
said,
Yeah.
that makes sense, but unless she rampages, because then there's nothing they can do. Like, she's gonna be like, Luffy, do you have my fucking sweets? And he's gonna be like, no, and she's
Big
gonna
Mom
attack.
can switch up real quick.
Yeah, he's like, I ate him.
Yeah.
Even that, it's like,
And Chopper
if
gonna be
she
like,
does
Luffy,
that-
don't do that shit, bro.
Yeah, bro. Imagine
already
it's
did.
Wait, I can
Kid-
actually see
bro,
that,
It's
dude.
Kid that's the one
Oh
that
my
tries
god,
to
That'd be
Kid
exactly like
eat her
Fishbit
sweets
Island,
right
dog.
in front of her.
Yeah, Kid's like, nah, don't do it.
No, they actually do it. They
Don't
do
do
a
it.
no, they do a joint attack like immediately.
Yeah.
Like they fucking
If
they
she does
both attack
rampage-
her.
Unless
She
she
lost
gets
her
her memories
memory.
back when she get up there, though.
If Big Mom gets her memories back when she finally faces Kid and Luffy, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be.
You
No.
gonna, they might have to twerk for her, man. Like,
The reason I think it's gonna happen is because I can't see Big Mom just being used as a tool just to get them out of prison, and then she's just with them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like something has to happen.
Where
They
are her
still got
children?
9 days too.
yeah, her kids are probably
I'm
in the
still
bottom
waiting
of the
for her
ocean.
children to pull
They
up,
don't
They
care.
still
left
with the
her and went
mission.
home.
Yeah, what are they doing?
They're
looking for
sleeping with
her.
fishes, bro.
I'm
I like
sure.
how Big Mom is taller than the buildings, though.
But
That's
maybe
crazy.
if they're stuck because the ship can't go anywhere or something.
Yeah, I'm sure they're looking for her, but it would be funny if like Jack stumbles across like Smoothie. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, huh? Like, what the hell you doing here?
The Tooth Fairy
You in the wrong hood.
Flash.
Yeah.
Yo,
Hey,
Two
listen, I tell you,
failures.
bro, I tell you, bro, Katakuri and Cracker are gonna come in like the Akatsuki, bro.
Flash of
They
the
wake at the
Dragon.
top of the hill, yeah.
It would be like if what's his name? King comes across what that
Katakuri?
bitch name? No, not Katakuri. The annoying
Smoothie?
chick. No, the annoying.
Oh,
annoying chick.
Flampe?
Flampe. And then,
Oh.
then he's about to cut her down, and Katakuri stops him. Like, nah.
Oh shit, you know that thing got a hype, but I'm like, nah, we should have killed her.
Like, nah. Relax.
Oh.
That'd be dope. Especially after the shit he did to she did to him on Whole Cake, and he's still defending her.
Also, I wonder.
You know what? I think
I just pictured that. I
It
just
would
watched
probably-
Category keep walking as she gets smashed.
Yeah.
Oh, just walk, just looks at her and get it. Oh,
Yeah,
better.
just walk by, looks at, he sees it happening, just keeps walking as she goes get like.
I'm
she
not
goes
gonna lie.
the other way.
I would like to see
That's
two.
exactly right.
That'll be a gold moment.
Nah, he wouldn't do that. He
honestly.
wouldn't do that.
Now, see,
He
actually,
can't-
if you flip it and you have Relay in that position, then honestly, man, like Curry coming in,
He would
to
defend
save would be
Flampe.
fire.
He would.
He
He
was
would
I
defend
know. I
Flampe.
mean,
Yeah.
there in a heartbeat. to
I mean,
save
I don't want to see it, but it'll happen.
Yeah, he'd defend Flampe. I mean, the thing is, she was just a fucking kid. Like, she
Wait,
was...
does he defend Smoothie?
Yeah, bro.
Why
He
is
doesn't
this
have
movie
to.
defending
He
Smoothie?
doesn't have, he shouldn't have to.
Man, if my sister did fuck all during arc, bro,
He shouldn't have to defend Smoothie. Like,
I literally watched the
But
new
she did
episode, and she
nothing.
did not do it. She just watched the ship keep going, didn't swing, no nothing. Her sister stood there staring. It's like you was just the worst child.
man.
You didn't help out
Yeah.
at all.
I watched. Do you guys
she's,
know?
I think she's a ditz, but at the same time, she's pretty.
She's strong as
she's
fuck.
pretty powerful. She's powerful.
But
She
you
did
know,
3 swings that made Jinbei
She was
have to
basically doing them Elbath spears in
In the-
freaking
yeah.
in the anime.
do you guys know Daquan Wiltshire, the guys that did? The,
Yeah, Daquan Wilshire.
So he caught up to Snake Man versus Luffy or whatever, or Snake Man versus Katakuri, and one of his comments was that, yo, what the fuck is Smoothie doing? Like, she's one of the most useless fucking characters. Like, yo, I guess everybody feels the same way.
She's out here like Markel
That's
Fultz, bro.
funny.
Yeah, Marco Fultz.
Yeah, she's out here
I
like
don't agree
Markel
with
Fultz,
that.
bro.
Like, y'all gotta-
All the potential in the world and stuff, and then all this bullshit comes in. It's like, nope.
Listen,
I
man,
mean,
Y'all gotta
Smoothie's
stop saying
just put in
Smoothie is
unlucky
useless.
situations. Blame Oda.
Hey, wait, what if Smoothie encounters Zoro in the BC Town? Beats his
Smoothie
ass.
did better.
She's dying right there and then, bro.
What is
Oh,
Smoothie
Smoothie
better
did
than
better
time?
than-
She did
Smoothie
nothing.
did
What's she
better
gonna
than-
do?
Listen, she did better
She
than
could've folded,
Katakuri,
dog.
and she did better than
Nah.
Cracker because they got defeated and she didn't. So she did
That's
better.
true.
That's so.
Yeah,
stupid.
she's losing her head, bro.
And another thing too is that like y'all gotta wait till One Piece is over to say who's useless and who's
No,
not.
we wait till the arc is over.
Man, I can't wait.
No,
for
no, 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 no. Because here's the thing, right? Like y'all are so quick, like y'all want a conclusion so fast that y'all calling people useless who's not useless. The thing, like the way that
She
I
was.
see it, right? Look, the way that I see it, right? If we didn't see if we didn't see Smoothie do anything, Oda's saving her. You know what I mean? Just like in Naruto, we didn't get to see
No,
Itachi
that's
do
a
something
fair
for a
point,
while.
but from what we've seen from her, she was still useless.
We've seen her in a whole arc and nothing
Big
happened. It's
whack.
okay.
And how can you say because she didn't get defeated, she did better than Katakuri?
Smoothie some
wait.
mid.
Listen, look. For example, we seen Pain a lot. Can he?
Stop it. That's like
He
saying
didn't do anything. No. Like we seen Pain. He didn't do nothing. But then he came to the Leaf Village and he turned up, destroyed the whole village. So like
No, Pain was the fucking perceived like leader. He was sending niggas out.
All right, but Brago, look.
We saw Pain take out Jiraiya.
Yeah. He like
Another
nobody ever thought Pain was useless, bro.
All right, look.
It's not like there was opportunities where Payne should have been doing something. He was just sitting
No.
there.
Look, but
Either, so.
but another example is that until these people fought, they all stood there in the circle, and you know what I mean. We didn't get to see some of them, but the stronger ones were saved for later. Is what I'm trying to say. Like he's saving Smoothie. I'm
You
not
think
trying to say
Smoothie's
that.
stronger than Katakuri?
It doesn't mean. Look, listen. He saved. Look, first he's mad strong because Katakuri and Smoothie could be like a Zoro and Sanji thing, where she's not too far away from him. But the thing is that like, in my opinion, the story would be boring. Like if I knew what Smoothie could do, it just takes the fun away from the chapter. Like see how this chapter was fun getting the devil fruit reveal of the Shogun. So when we
I don't agree with that.
do something,
No, we've had so many chapters though of Smoothie, and she hasn't done shit.
no, listen.
I mean, like we seen what Katakuri could do, but if he showed up, I'd be
But
hyped as fuck.
What I'm
I don't
talking
agree
about,
with that at all.
so pretty much the stuff that Smoothie did, like I've pretty much seen her do stuff that like she didn't have no major fights. So whatever she did doesn't really matter because she was just like not really doing anything. So I'm talking about like when you see
That's our
Smoothie,
point. She wasn't doing anything.
Actually, Smoothie did do
she's
something. It just
getting
happened off
paid.
screen.
What are you talking about?
She
What?
beat Reiju.
she's
I don't
saving her
understand
for
the point of
later.
this argument because I don't think anyone thinks that Smoothie's weak. I just think that they think that her character is just fucking useless. Like
No,
she
Otis
did
say,
nothing.
like
No.
it's the difference
I don't think
between
her
being
Not even her
I just think
character,
Oda
just
fucked
what
up.
she
Look,
her
Buggy's kinda
contributions
useless.
to
He's kinda
Whole
useless.
Cake was useless.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She didn't
She
do
didn't do
anything.
anything. And
She
she
didn't
actually
stop
added to the
anything.
problems by trying to cover up what was going on.
Right. So
Hold on,
like
hold on,
the thing
hold
is like you gotta remember the whole
Yeah.
wedding. The whole wedding is like, how the fuck are we gonna get past Katakuri? Like that was their entire
That
plan.
was
We
it.
have no idea how the fuck we're gonna get past Katakuri.
Smoothie was never an issue.
It wasn't like, oh, how are we gonna get past Smoothie and all the other? It was just
Because
Katakuri.
Just cut her down, bro.
You're not understanding the structure of the arc. The arc was that he dealt with
Structure of arc, you
Cracker. No, look, he dealt with Cracker and then he dealt with Katakuri. So Smoothie got skipped.
That's even worse.
bro, because he didn't have to deal with her because she didn't engage. The most action we saw from
Wait.
Smoothie's when she's running from Big Mom.
Like, yo, y'all picked the wrong arguments. Another thing is that like Smoothie is with Big Mom right now, so she's probably gonna pop off and
No,
Wano.
she's not.
Is she?
Yes, she is.
Actually not.
Oh, okay. I know what you meant. I thought you meant like
I don't
she's
mean
not
like she's
physically
with
with
Big
Big Mom.
Mom right now, but I mean like she pulled up to Wano with Big Mom, so she's probably about to pop off in Wano. So y'all just chill out.
Ty. We're saying as far as Whole Cake Island is concerned, she was useless. We're not saying
No,
she's a
because-
useless person.
Getting hit with a
No.
brick.
Yeah,
No,
that's true.
listen. All right, so another example is like
Like the thing is, like you could take her out of the arc completely.
You can have a bad game.
it's not a bad
Yeah, but her
game.
whole career
Yeah.
she's been trash.
Wait,
How can you say that though?
Yeah, she had a bad game. That's all.
Nah.
All
It's
season.
like wait. All right, look,
Work on a jump shot,
we could
maybe.
compare her. Look, we could
She's still
compare
an
her to
all-star, but she had a bad game, Ty. You got it.
Mm.
Oh, it's Driss the drag down.
Oh, here we go.
Everyone's gay.
Look, we could compare
Huh?
her
Did you
to
say gay?
Yeah.
Brago.
Yeah.
Look, we could compare Smoothie to Kabuto at the Chunin exams and stuff, where like he was being used in a scrubbish kind of way, but not Oda, but the creator was saving him for later, and then later he got his fight with Naruto, and then later he got his fight with Sasuke and Itachi. But it's a difference between saving people who's broken for later, and you know what I mean. He's saving her.
Yeah, I think Ty has a great point. Dritz, what did you think about the chapter?
Damn.
Oh
I
my
love
god,
Bro.
dude.
I love this guy.
I don't know. It's good, man.
Saving her to keep it more interesting. That
Oh
way-
god, that was dirty for me.
Yo, this is wild.
It's how
that way
this
Big Mom
self
crew isn't boring.
Oh my god.
Dritz, what did you think about the chapter, actually?
I don't know. I think the chapter introduced some pretty cool ideas. I think Oda kind of struggled with setting the tone of the chapter to make it believable for me. I'm really excited because I don't know. Oda finally hurt a girl for the first time in the series. So I hope. Yeah, obviously, I'm being facetious. I hope that isn't just like it's he actually did it and she was fine the whole time. Otherwise, I don't know. It'd be kind of lame in hindsight because I want personally. This is my own personal bias. I kind of want Kyosho to be something that isn't just black and white good guy. That's the standard thing that everyone expects him to be. I kind of want some depth to be explore the more evil side of people. But
we were saying that he's basically he honors the throne. Whoever's on the throne, that's who he protects.
His samurai code.
I mean that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Honestly, I would like that.
Yeah.
Although I mean, it'd be weird if he honors the throne and then makes fun of it constantly.
Well, he honors whoever's on the
That
throne.
is true.
Right?
Yeah,
No.
whoever
You can
holds
make
the
fun
ruler,
of who's
yeah.
on the throne, but regardless, you're going to defend them.
Whoever's on the
you mean
throne,
just
he's
the
going to
title?
defend them.
Yeah,
like
it's
he
exactly.
does
But that would be a
himself.
cool concept to explore because
Yeah.
that's a bad ideology to have.
Yeah, but don't you think afterwards he would probably
It is, yeah, it's terrible
the throne
ideology.
for himself?
Because he's like, yo, this person is fucking stupid, but regardless, he's a shogun. So
Yeah.
I'm going to
I
defend
mean,
him.
you see that type of character a lot.
That's
Actually.
probably how the Secret Service feel right now.
Said, like the drinking of the sake, I could drink with the lowest of the low, and as soon as we drink, then we're family. So I don't know with that.
I mean, there's definitely more to Kyosho that we haven't explored yet.
One of the
really.
more interesting characters, him and Shutamaru. I would
Yeah,
like to get
yeah.
more from them. 'cause
Yeah, those two. Yeah.
they've been showing a
Them
lot.
boy.
Hey,
Dritz, about your favorite character, Big
Smoothie?
Mom. What do you think?
Oh yeah, about Big Mom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Speak on it. Speak
I
on it.
don't know, man. It's like
Yo, Dritz, give me paw, man.
that was actually pretty funny when she said that. That was actually pretty funny. I don't know.
Big
Like
Mom's a-
going forward, I think people are like they brought up the idea of her like messing stuff up with the prison. I hope that Big Mom isn't just used as a plot device to do things that the Straw Hats actually can't do themselves. I want it to be moving into the future where she isn't just like some bulldozer they send in to clean out an area and then they can do stuff.
That's what
I really
was
want it to be focused on Big Mom's character, but at the same time, it's like a lose-lose situation. So
Hold on.
I'm just kind of waiting.
At the same time with this, like Luffy and Kid and Raizo, they can break
I don't
out
give
of the
a
prison
shit.
on their own. They have to break out of the prison on their own.
Jesus Christ.
So pay attention to what you're saying. Like you're saying you don't want Big Mom to do stuff that they can do. They can get out the prison on their own. Big Mom is just speeding
I'm
it
not
up.
talking about Luffy and Kid. I'm talking about the group that Big Mom is with right now.
He's saying that he doesn't want the other Straw Hats to get help in helping Luffy and Kid out of the prison.
No, but I'm saying that Luffy and them can get out the prison by themselves with Raizo. So like
No, he's
Big
saying that the ones that are gonna, for example, the Raizo and the other Straw Hats want to break them out of the prison. He doesn't want Big Mom to help them.
But they could do it by themselves though. Like Luffy
I mean,
and
even
Kid.
if they can do it by themselves, he's
Agreed, but Oda's gonna probably write.
It's like
for it.
Yeah, but what's the difference between them
Taking
being? Well,
extra
this is
measures.
the topic we talk about all the time, Ty, is where the Straw Hats, logically speaking, can do things by themselves, but they're never allowed to do it for the sake of the plot.
No, but
That's
but
what I'm
in this
talking
case,
about.
in this case, right? Look, like if it's gonna take Luffy, Kid, and Raizo like 5 chapters to break out the prison, and Big Mom can get them out the prison in 2 chapters. Let Big Mom get them out the prison in 2
Yeah,
chapters.
no,
Let's
but that's
move
not a
on with
good
the
thing.
story. Yes, it is.
It's
I
not a
don't want,
good thing
I
to
don't
use
wanna see
Big
5
Mom as a plot
chapters. I
device
don't
to
wanna
solve
see-
things that the Strahds can't do themselves. I'm
I
tired
mean,
of this
yeah,
narrative.
Oda could
No.
write it. Oda could write it
They
any
can't be
other way
cooperative,
to get them out of there faster. He doesn't have to use Big Mom to do it.
No, look. But listen, it's a difference between like something that they can't do. Like, all right, let's like using Big Mom to beat Kaido. That would be like, okay, now you're using her to do something that they can't do themselves. But her just getting them out the prison, it's like, come on, like, so what? It's just getting them out the prison. That's actually a good way.
That's the purpose. Like, you don't understand. Like, the thing I'm talking about is like a lot of what I'm saying is in the context of Big Mom as a character being used as a plot device. I do not like that.
Well, I guess Ty is saying that they can get out themselves, though, right?
Always
With
trying to
that
undermine
argument,
the
you could
intelligence
easily
of
just
my
create.
black
I mean, the
brother.
prison's a joke so far. We don't have to care
Fuck
about
up,
it.
Master.
Yeah.
There's like a hippo running.
Yeah,
the
so
place.
so Big Mom getting out. Oh, okay. So Big Mom getting out Luffy and Kid is just like, I think that's secondary because the real reason Oda's taking her there is for her to rampage again.
I mean, we can. Well, I mean, it
But
depends. I
Big
don't know.
Mom
She
can
already
rampage.
just got
Big Mom
fed.
can rampage anywhere though.
No, but the thing is, she's
No, but
asking for
Dritz, I don't know if you were watching the stream earlier, but I was saying that there's a chance that she might go there because Chopper might just be lying to her to get her to go there to break Luffy out of prison, and then she goes there and there's not the sweets that she was looking for, and she gets pissed.
I mean, the only effect of Big Mom
That's a
rampaging
possibility.
at Udon
Although,
is
what's
to draw away Kaido's
if
attention.
that's the case, Froob, then what do you think is the end goal of that? Like, how
Well,
do
I
you
mean,
stop
I don't
her?
know. I
Big Mom
speculated
versus
that fucking
Kaido.
maybe like
I mean-
fucking Luffy and Kid might end up fighting her, but that would probably
That's
be
a high-
maybe-
Yeah,
highly
but,
doubtful.
but at the same time too, like you also look as like they could use her as bait to perform a distraction to give enough time for Luffy and them to escape after while she's dealing with the beast pirates.
Big Mom rampaging on Wano right now is the worst thing Kaido would want. I don't think
Yeah,
he's
and,
that
and,
worst thing.
and if honestly, it takes away from the alliance because his focus would be
He would
on
have
Big
to
Mom instead
send
of
people
them.
to take care of it.
Well,
Well, I don't know
Big
who
Mom,
he would send, but
Big Mom rampaging
Why would
right
he
now
send
wouldn't
people?
really
He
make
would go
much
there
sense to me
himself.
because you establish her character to be back in her 8-year-old or 6-year-old persona, only to have her immediately rampage. I think that's kind of a waste.
Well, I mean, 6-year-old Big Mom
I
would
agree.
rampaging too.
I don't think she's gonna
I mean,
rampage.
I
I think
also
she's gonna
agree,
go with the Straw Hats
Dritz,
for a while.
but I don't like the idea that she's just going to be used to break them out of prison, like you said, and then just fucking.
But
Yeah,
then
bro,
again,
I agree
Big
with
Mom has
what-
her Big Mom has her child.
I was
Back
just
then,
Did you guys
when she was
see that?
denied food, when she was denied food,
You see that Kia?
She immediately rampaged, right?
Did you guys see that
Yeah.
Chopper really didn't give a shit? Like, that actually kind of surprising because
Who?
like the fan theories all along is that Chopper is going to be concerned about like the amnesia / Big
Why would you
Mom's
listen
mental
to that?
health, and he's just like, yo, let's just like fuck this.
But I
bitch.
think right now, Dritz, I think
Chopper has the right idea though.
Dritz, to be fair, Chopper right now is probably still hella cautious. Like,
He
it's
don't-
still
Yeah.
think about all the shit Chopper went through with Big Mom. Like Big Mom's fucking on fire on the ship, fucking slashing niggas up. So for right now, Chopper is like, yo, she looks lovable, talking about give me paw, but this bitch is just trying to cut me down.
Yeah,
Give
the
me paw.
very second she gets that memory back, bro. Like
Chopper's
remind
cautious
her
as
to
fuck
her
right
kid.
now. Like, nah.
Yeah,
He
So I
gonna
think-
have a moment where he's like, okay.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is why you go give me paw. Like,
So I think
I
if
heard-
Oda explores more of her character and it makes it seem like she's really in trouble as far as the shit wrong with her, then Chopper can kind of sympathize and say, okay, let me try to figure out what's wrong with her.
Yeah, true. Like it's a difference if she's dying to where she just lost her memory. They could use her for right
yeah,
now.
and it fits his role as a doctor too.
I just don't want them to use her for too long.
I mean, the Strides
Yeah.
use Big Mom. They're bad people.
They could use her like here's the thing. Like
They're
that-
pirates though, right?
They could use
Yeah, I
Big
guess
Mom
that's
this
true.
whole arc, and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really change
It
anything.
does matter.
As long as they don't know. As long as they don't use her to be. It's tricky because all right, look, this could go two ways, right? Either she could just help with minor things like breaking them out the prison and other stuff like that. That's not really important to the climax of the arc. Or if she's gonna fight Kaido and keep Kaido busy, then Luffy could be king, and it'll be another Whole Cake Island situation where just King gets
Oh,
taken
that
out.
would be so
Kid-
bad. Jesus
and Kid
Christ.
takes
I mean, at
on,
this point, if there was a way to remove her from Wano, it would be better.
Yeah, if we could throw her off the
You're
waterfall,
not removing Big Mom right after she
we are
lands.
throwing her off the waterfall. Yeah,
Look, and this could happen. Luffy could fight King, and Kid could fight Queen because Queen does have Kid arm, and she's playing around with
Luffy
his arm. Or
fighting
That seems
whatever.
so unlikely though.
Luffy fighting another right hand seems redundant.
at this point, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. But
No, it's
I
not.
don't
No,
think it
yeah,
seems
he's-
like I would only
he's not
like
on
it for
the
the fact
level
that
where he's-
Luffy would need to be able to finally beat a commander without getting
Yeah,
his ass
if
beat
King
or
was
having
an
to fight
armament
have an
hockey
answer.
specialist, I would like it a lot.
Y'all questioning
But
I
at the
don't
time,
think- I don't
doesn't it take away though from
Hold
like
on,
Zoro
hold
and Sanji facing off another commander after?
Yeah, I don't think Luffy
if you
fights
eliminate
another
one of
commander.
I
them.
don't know about that because it depends on how you view them. Because
Well,
to
yeah,
me-
Also, the other thing is though, what if Zoro? Okay, like say Sanji fights Queen, right? Zoro doesn't have to technically fight King because he could fight Kyoshiro or the Shogun or whatever. Like we don't
Yeah, that's
know.
what I'm
Yeah, I
saying.
don't think they
They
have
have to
to
be
fight
attacked
like
as well.
the commanders. Zoro and Sanji they don't have to fight the commanders.
Yeah, like, and then another thing too is that y'all like to me Luffy won category, but y'all question if Luffy could do it.
I
So
don't
him
agree.
fighting King in a situation where it's just him versus King, that might be a good thing. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, that would be good. I'm not placing my money on it. I still think it's probably going to be what everyone expects it to be.
Marco.
But personally, I would like it to be handled that way because it's kind of hard for me to wrap my head around Oda making those matchups make sense in the context of his power
I
system.
would like
Yeah.
a clash between those two. That's
I
about
mean,
it.
but it's like let's see fights. Like clashes, I think we've seen enough now where it's like we really can't.
No, but the
gauge,
thing
like,
is,
are they really on that level?
no. The thing with like Oda can use clashes to gauge like exactly where Luffy is now, as far as like okay, if he goes up against like King comes out of nowhere and Luffy just blocks him somewhat
That means they're talking to
casually.
the Big Mom Pirates.
Hold on, but here's the thing too. Y'all talk about clashes. We haven't had a clash in a long while. These fights like Luffy versus Cracker, Luffy versus Katakuri, we've been getting the fight. So like,
What are you talking about?
fights
We had a
King,
clash
letting
with
the fight.
Sanji and
Actually, a long
Daifuku.
time. What?
We had a clash last chapter.
No, I'm talking about look. Clashes.
We had a clash
like,
with Judge and
Judge.
Snack. We had hell
No,
of a
listen,
clashes.
pay attention. Like you like bringing up the most minorest details and something to try to like.
The word is minuscule.
Like I said, minor.
We got the Kamusaki and Orochi
Brago,
clash.
Brago, it's a difference between Judge fighting Snack and that being a clash
Did he
compared
fight
to our
him?
main character. I'm talking about main character Luffy. Like he's
You
not.
didn't say that at first. You said you said
fighting-
clashes. You didn't say main character
Yeah,
clashes.
you said clash.
No, but listen, like don't assume. Right? I'm talking about
You guys are
something
such
more.
trolls,
I'm
dude.
talking about the main character Luffy. I'm talking about like, so
Yeah,
like
retcon.
Luffy's been fighting. Now that you know what I'm talking about,
Wait, Luffy clashed with Big Mom.
Yep.
Big Mom. All right, look, all right. So
Luffy clash with Kaido.
No,
Got
look,
that
listen.
confused.
No, that was just a one shot. That wasn't a clash.
about
That was
Big
a full
Mom, right?
fight.
About Big Mom. We was
Right.
never. Look, I said this before, right? We was never on Whole Cake Island to fight Big Mom. We was on Whole Cake Island to fight Katakuri. He was the major arc villain of Whole Cake Island. Big Mom
That's
was
why it
just
was
there.
a clash, though.
So no, so that doesn't matter because Big Mom, we wasn't like he couldn't beat Big Mom anyway. So that's different. But
Wait.
Cracker, y'all thought he was gonna fight Cracker. He fought Katakuri. I thought he was gonna fight Katakuri. So if Luffy fights King, he's gonna fight him. It's not gonna be a clash. If Luffy whether he bumps into Jack, Queen, if whoever one of these people is probably
What's
gonna
the
be a
fight? Does the fight have to have an outcome where Luffy or King wins, or
That's pretty much what happened with Cracker.
is it a clash where they fight for a while, but then
Yeah, no outcome. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
predicting. I'm predicting it'll be like with Cracker and like with
Clash with
Katakuri. where we-
Fujitora.
we
If
see the
it's like right now, then yeah, I kind of see that because you go with the fights and you see like an outcome, someone's gonna be defeated, and I can't see Luffy being defeated now
Yeah.
just because of where like what's coming up in a week or so. Like
Not
you
by
can
a
have
commander.
you can have the clash and have like King and them like being not weakened, but like they've taken some damage, and then it'll take a week for them to kind of like I guess recover and be ready for the war.
That's not true.
if Luffy
Cracker kinda
defeats
early.
King if Luffy defeats King right now, Kaido's done.
Luffy beat Cracker kind of early, and he took him out of commission for the rest of the arc. So Luffy.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Yeah,
King.
big
I'm
shit.
saying if he defeats King right now, what does that leave with Kaido?
I mean, Kaido
I mean,
himself.
King is nowhere near as strong as Kaido, so it'd be fine.
I mean, that's true, but considering Allied
It,
Force,
it would just make it more believable
Luffy-
for Luffy to be able to fight him because Luffy hasn't been able to beat a commander.
no, I'm saying it's true that Luffy ought to be the commander, but I'm saying like if Luffy's able to take a King on his own right now, we still have Kid, we still have.
I think he's trying to
Law.
say if you take Kid out of the arc, or sorry,
King.
not Kid, King out of the
King.
arc, that like Kaido like loses his biggest asset in the war, obviously besides himself.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know why y'all trying to
I don't
act
know.
like
The
only
entire
way-
war
so
thing
why
is
is
kind of
people on
weird for me
Orochi
right
like
now.
that?
The thing
because
is, like
there are
Kaido
so
has
many
so
allies.
much on his side though.
I mean, it's a lot.
Only
It's a lot of allies, but it's like given like what Kaido's been representing in
The
the story
quality
as
ally-
being
the
something that's
quality
almost, like
people.
taken down. Like
Yeah, but I
I
know
mean-
like how many quality enemies have we seen so far?
Page 1.
Page
Okay,
one.
cancel.
Page one.
I mean, he threw Sanji
Yeah,
to the
page
ground.
one.
So we have the
Kyoshiro.
calamities, Kaido, and with the headcanon of almost every single supernova switching sides, Like, it's kind of weird. I expect all of this to be wrong at some point because literally, Kaido doesn't really seem like he's that hard to take down at this point in time for me.
You're
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say.
Even though people are gonna fucking flip out when you say that.
What do you mean?
I mean, I think it's a matter of like if we figure out what his weakness
I don't know.
is.
After that one shot of Gear 4, I don't think.
You know what I'm saying? Because right now we don't know his
That
weakness.
doesn't matter though. Like you're focused on something that doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter if he one shot at Gear 4 because Crocodile one shot at Luffy before and Luffy still won. Like that's just
That
like,
was with hacks though. This was just with physical strength.
but it doesn't matter. Like how it happens doesn't matter. Like it's pretty much just a part of the arc where they hype the villain up before Luffy beats them up. Like that's all that is.
I mean, I can see where Justice is coming from. Like in terms of like, unless we see like what the weakness is, because Big Mom we kind of knew what it was essentially. Is like her to scrape her knees, that opens up like her barrier to be like attacked and stuff. With Kaido, it's like once I guess we figure out what that is, it'll probably make it more apparent.
His weakness was when he's drunk. That's when Luffy did the most damage on him. And they're gonna be drinking during the Fire Festival if they're gonna try to take him down.
Luffy didn't do any damage on him.
Like I said, the way I analyze it, he did damage. We're not gonna get into that discussion because it's silly. It doesn't matter. That's when Luffy.
I mean, it does matter.
He had wiggly eyes. No, it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
But pretty much,
Kaido didn't get hurt at all.
Look, here's why it doesn't matter because that's when Kaido was the most vulnerable when he was drunk. So either way, like you want to debate with
me. He willingly reverted back into his human form.
No, I'm talking about when Kaido was the most vulnerable was when he was drinking. So that's his weakness for now until another weakness comes up.
I mean, he makes bad choices while he's drinking, but he didn't get hurt.
He was easier. His guard was more down while he was drinking. That's his weakness.
He wasn't expecting anybody to pop up on him like that.
Him drinking is no different from Big Mom tantrums, except that like they have different control over it. Like that, like Big Mom had her tantrums. And
I mean, I'm pretty sure sober Kaido was still letting Luffy try to take him out. He's suicidal.
All of that doesn't matter. That's like to me, like it's no goal and all that like it's no goal in that. Like all that matters is that he has a weakness of drinking. Big Mom has a weakness of attention. We've seen his weakness when he was crying.
Well, Kaido's weakness of drinking is mirrored by Big Mom's weakness of her hunger tantrums.
Yeah, which are really weaknesses since they don't really get much weaker.
Yeah, that's more of them just rampaging. It's not really weaknesses.
No, it is a weakness.
I mean, you could say
it's a weakness if you wait 10 hours, but I mean, like when it happens at that moment.
I mean, maybe if he's hungover, maybe if Kaido's hungover.
Well, initially, Big Mom isn't necessarily weaker when she starts rampaging.
Yeah, that's the kind of the thing I'm talking about.
Then they would have never been able to do what he did. Like
that no tie. That was like hours later after she was about to die.
Not
the talking about when Big Mom first starts rampaging. It's not like
the
rampaging instantly weaker.
Yeah,
makes so because like
in fact, it makes her more dangerous.
Yeah.
No, if you're just wilding like rampaging, you're not as strong as when you're cool, calm, and collective and focused. So I don't agree with that. Like that's a weakness, and Kaido drinking is a weakness. Like if you think otherwise, you could think otherwise. But my take on it is
not for nothing or whatever. But I kind of actually want to change the topic a little bit because I want to get your guys' thoughts on things. What do you guys think about the whole Kozuki paper thing?
Oh, you saw Ali figured out it was Komurasaki actually had it in her hand.
See, like I don't think it's Komurasaki anymore because of that paper.
Wait,
you said what?
It would be really like for me, it's really, really odd for someone like who's actually part of the clan to be holding a paper associated with the allies. Because if you're that important, I feel like that's kind of something you would have tattooed on you, like other people do. Or it's just something like it kind of feels like she's more like associated with the clan as opposed to being like basically the leader of it.
Yeah, but I'm saying if she has the mark on her though, then the thing is like it would make it more obvious that like she's with them and stuff. And like
these guys are idiots.
The thing is also because Kyoshiro, from the context, unless I'm reading it wrong, he was surprised that was even there.
Yes,
right, because he picks it up off the ground. He's like, "What the hell is this?" So it doesn't seem as staged as some people believe it to be. Because otherwise, why would
that's
he do
the thing?
that?
He didn't even pick it off the ground. She showed it to him. Is what the what it.
He's not
in her hand.
She had it in her hand while she
I'm not sure.
He's not like hunched. He's not hunched over to go and pick it up. It's like he's just standing still as he was before.
Initially, we all thought that he picked it up, but when you look at it again, she was laying down and she had it in her hand.
Yeah,
and he picked it up off her hand.
No, he didn't pick it up. He's just looking at it.
No. He's still standing.
Yeah.
I mean, this could just mean they know about the alliance now.
No, but the thing is, like, why did Komurasaki show it to him at that time? That's the.
She's unconscious. She didn't show him anything.
She had it in her hand.
I mean, I don't know. It's possible. It's very possible that
like no, she knew she was about to get cut down, so why she put it in her hand?
No. But going off with like, it's possible that like it just like slipped out because like she had it in her dress and like since she fell, it like slipped out and like he saw it. You know what I mean? I think that's what he's trying to say.
No, but she had it
Yo,
in her
it's
hand
more
though.
details.
Yeah, but that's
like,
wrong.
it's more details in the story. I don't know how y'all skip over details so much. Like if
Please
y'all,
tell me, Lord Ty.
don't ever say that again. All right. All right, look. So here's a little hint,
Oh,
right?
shit.
The little
Oh,
hint is,
please tell me.
right, look,
Oh shit.
now you've done it. And then he's like, are you prepared? And she's like, yes, indeed. So they had a little conversation. Like to me, like they know, they send in little signals to each other. So
I agree.
so she, at that moment, she probably pretty much took it out. And then that's when he cut her. So that's when she seen it. Like that was like a little plan right there.
So
I thought that
wait,
was-
so you're saying this was like a plan between them, and he already knew she had it?
Or
All right,
she
all
done
right,
it now.
all right,
and
look,
he's
so
like,
I don't think he knew that she had it, but I think they knew that he wasn't gonna kill her the whole time, and he was just like, are you ready, whatever. And I guess she chose to show it to him. But
Yeah, I feel like it's a samurai thing. Like they kind of were giving each other hints the whole time, and then whenever it came down to it, he was kind of her saving grace, and she showed him what he needed to see.
Why?
it's
I
more
think
than it's more to the whole, like, are you ready type of thing. But it's pretty much like a setup where like it's more to that. It's more information.
Like
I mean,
I said,
maybe the
it-
chaos of that
like
moment
I
provided
said,
an
if you
opportunity
cut
to show
somebody
it.
down, you don't ask them if you're ready. You just cut them down.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
I don't think they have, like, a period
no,
in
but
place,
that goes
though.
back to their relationship. He raised her.
Also, you went back to the samurai mercy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they expect Zoro to honorably just commit.
Yeah, I don't
suicide
think
right
it's as
there.
concrete as some people believe.
Yeah, it's not just cut and dry like that at all. I think it's like a lot of layers to it.
I had this weird thought that Kurosaki may have had the time fruit due to the fact that like she was a prostitute, but she probably never did it. She just like sped up time or something like that on some crazy shit. But like, if someone like just it was
She
just
never gave it up.
No, she just.
I think she's pure, bro.
Yeah, she definitely.
Well, she's a prostitute.
She probably got someone
Well,
else.
I mean,
to do
the,
the job.
the thing is
Yeah, but Japanese dicks are so small, she's probably still a virgin.
Wow.
Excuse him.
Bro,
I don't know. Okay, man.
Oda's angry. Listen to this.
Dritz, you vetted that?
So tiny.
So tiny.
American penis.
I probably know what.
It's a South Park episode. You know, the chimp Pokemon one. Where like,
Yo,
there's so much
Try to make
Pokemon.
that money
Diddy
somehow.
said she was holding the paper for emotional support.
Mhm.
I don't know about that one.
Maybe she got it in the street while she was walking, and
Why should keep it though?
Flyer,
Like-
bro. Don't sometimes like you pass by like this.
Guys, what if she's Hiyori?
I don't think so anymore. That
I
paper,
don't-
that paper changes it for me.
I don't know. The Hiyori.
Safe
thing, I'm
Hiyori.
kinda-
Wait, hold on. What if she's actually dead though? How do you guys feel about that?
That'd be great.
That'd be good.
I'll be going
It'd
to
be cool. But
like
it's
she was the daughter of a samurai that was like a part of the. Oh god.
It'd be good if she was
As
dead.
long-
If she's dead and she's like Kinemon's daughter, and then Kinemon find out like his daughter died without ever meeting her.
yeah, as long as like she doesn't die and it's just like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, cause I don't
I mean,
like
doesn't that leave her character unfulfilled?
Not really. It depends.
Yes.
It depends on what the.
she's
no,
not dead. Why
it
are we even
depends
talking
on what
about this?
her showing
Yeah, she showed
Hishiro that thing means. If it leads to a
Oh,
lot,
okay.
then it wasn't for no purpose.
She's
so-
the least dead character I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she's
took-
not dead, but I'm
she
saying,
took
what
a
if she
hit.
was dead? I'm
She
trying
took
to.
a hit, but
If
she
Start the
Kuina can
discussion.
die from stairs, then she can
Cha-cha.
die from.
She can get die from
We've
getting
never
cut in
seen
half.
someone die like that, like since the series started.
Yo,
Yo, it's weird. As the series gets older and older, that entire like backstory just
It
seems
gets
lamer
worse.
and lamer, dude.
it gets worse.
Yeah. Like
I don't know.
think
Didn't
Spring
Virgo
Rain
get cut in
will
half and die?
Is Virgo dead?
Yes.
Yeah, he's down.
I mean, why not? It's I see a cover story. He's dead.
If you show up in a cover store and flex on Oda.
Oh god.
Oh, okay. So like, I
Virgo's
just
still
looked back
chilling,
at-
bro. Waiting for Law to
Get
come
me
back.
out of here.
He's waiting. Actually,
just looked
Virgo's
back at
going to
the-
save Dofi. Wait, what you say?
and looking back at the pages, what it seems like is that when he asks her, "Are you prepared?" she's sweating. So now I think that he was never gonna kill her from the start, but he's making it seem like it. So she really thought she was gonna die, and the last thing she did before she died was pull the card out. and he got to
I
see it.
reveal my trap card.
Yeah, well, it's also look at too like because now she's knocked out, right? Obviously, he would be tasked with like getting rid of the body and stuff, unless like Orochi's a sicko and plans to do crazy stuff. So if anything, so that's a possibility. But I'm saying like if anything makes sense that he's gonna take the body and get it out, and then that's where we're gonna see she's gonna be okay and know that there's a plan between the two of them.
But when he said that he showed her a samurai's mercy, that's almost like, to me, that's like saying like he left her with 1 HP or something like that, where he ain't kill her.
Right, but I'm saying like say in a sense of Orochi's mind, you thought she's dead.
She used endure.
She's yeah, exactly as she should. As she should. But it's like you don't leave the dead body there. Like he'd be like, "Yo, clean that shit up."
Yo, anybody? AFT's asking that anybody got Jump Force.
No,
What?
that shit.
What the fuck?
Why are
About
you
that
even
shit?
entertaining this? Man?
What's wrong with you?
Yo, AFT, you were like trash in Jump Force for forever. Why are you playing it?
Whoa.
Right? Like, isn't that like what you were doing?
You mean
No,
in
I
Burning Blood?
thought like he was on Twitter because he was upset about like
It was Burning Blood.
like the developers of the game being doo-doo, but like I saw him tweeting like 20 minutes ago or 30 minutes ago. He's been apparently wrecking the leaderboards.
Well, he was mad at Roger for saying he's a Burning Blood champion, and AFT was on the leaderboards for Burning Blood. So he was saying Roger didn't beat him for the strongest title, so he can't say that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jump Force looked pretty cool, but I think the health bar is kind of trash, and it's trash that you can't get real 3v3s.
I ain't buying Jump Force until I see who these last 9 characters are.
Listen, Jump
Why is
Force-
that a determining factor?
Because that's the main
They
thing.
got
Like,
like 50 characters already. Listen,
they have majority like Naruto and Dragon Ball characters. What I want
they
to
got
see.
Hunter characters, which is dope.
Toki needs to be in that game.
They got
first of all.
JoJo.
They got a lot of characters that I'm interested in, but the gameplay just looks so.
I ain't gonna lie. I like playing as Kenshin. Kenshin
The
was fire.
gameplay's fun.
Freaking
Kenshin
baby.
is fire. I
Yeah.
had Kenshin and oh god,
It just
Zoro
looks
and
weird,
I think-
man. I'll wait.
Just the roster. The roster is way too catered to Dragon Ball, One
Brago.
Piece, and Naruto.
Yeah.
It does
It's
look
way
weird,
too
but
much.
at the same time, it kind of plays like Soul Calibur to me. Just a little bit more
Soul
fast.
Calibur since like PS2.
Since Soul Calibur 2, I think was the last one I played.
Hey, man,
It'd be
look,
dope if they had the main character from One Punch Man in there. You just
That game
punch
does
him.
not look anything like Soul Calibur. Soul
Right,
Calibur
right.
2 is like Soul Calibur is like a really slow fire game. Like
True.
Jump
It
Force
is.
looks like infinite combos.
that's what I just said.
But like really
It's
fast.
like auto combo and shit. Jump
Yeah.
Force looks like it'll be fun if like you're actually with people playing it. Like it'll be fun in LA.
Yeah, if you're
You know what
playing
I'm
with friends and
Yeah,
stuff.
it looked like it'll be fun there.
online is probably gonna be nothing but spamming combos.
No,
Yeah.
But that's what she
that's
said
bad.
now.
So pretty much you saying like Jump Force would be cool if it's like 6 people in the crib and 2 controllers and like
Yeah, and if you lose, you give up the sticks. Yeah,
yeah.
but like over online and trying to learn combos and play like ranked. nah. I'm cool.
Imagine they had a commercial and they promote it like that. It's like 6 people in the crib and they pass the controller around waiting for their turn. Because that'll keep you hyped in the play. You gotta wait for your turn. You gotta wait.
Yeah, but I don't know. Right now, it just doesn't. It doesn't look appealing enough for me to buy it. Even though I was excited initially.
After those Ardor memes,
I
man.
want to
don't know.
learn.
I played the beta. I played the beta. It was fun for what it was, but it's not worth.
I
paying
played
like
the
full
beta.
price.
Oh my mama.
Oh my mama.
Mama, bro.
Yo, y'all gonna
If the
stop
health bar was
disrespecting F God.
Oh my mama.
If the health bar was better, I would buy it. The
That
game
shit.
was like,
Yo, why
I'm an anime
Say
nerd.
less. Say less. I'm gonna say more.
It was so late at night too.
it looks like you would get into the fight and the fight would be over before you really get into the fight. But kind of like how Burning Blood was.
Yo, I hope
But
all
like-
y'all niggas say, "Oh my mama," and Forever will pull up on y'all in LA.
Hey, we gonna do it.
All right. Nah, he
Keep the
was
same
not-
energy, yo.
He was not playing with y'all, man.
That shit.
Yeah, stop.
Say less.
Oh god.
Yeah, stop playing,
Like if-
dog.
I had to save the video where it was all distorted of him talking. That's the best one.
Yeah.
Oh, look, man, this is more of a reason why we need to have a boxing match at the freaking con.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. Just
Gotta have a
Rocco, you can't say shit because you started your last Girl episode with the entire full clip.
But no. Here's the thing: we had to add context to what we were going to talk about.
Yeah, right, that's what it was.
Right,
That's
yep,
exactly
yep.
what it was.
Exactly.
No, I'm gonna make that a every time somebody donates, it's gonna say, "Oh my mama, bro."
No. You get like $100 donation. Oh my mama.
For real, like that's too good to like let it go to waste. Like,
I know people
It really
usually
is.
for never did it again, and I saw he tweeted like, "Yo, the community would be dead without me."
I don't say that.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's kind of
Usually
facts.
people say that. and they-
I better watch out before he fucks Chibi's bitch.
Yo.
Why you gotta be a bitch?
Oh, yeah, heard?
Navarro just tweeted 2
Yo,
minutes.
tell me y'all saw that picture with Chibi and his
Yes,
team.
he was so
Chibi, she said Chibi
Bro.
and his ting. I don't know. I thought they were like posing like JoJo or something. Like that was intentional. Maybe that was intentional for them to pose like that.
It's kind of gay if it is.
Wow, he's with a woman. He's with a woman. Chibi showing y'all that he will go outside and he will pull the chicks. He's doing his thing out here, man. He's not playing with y'all. He's not playing with y'all in 2019. So talk y'all shit.
Well, he's doing this while wearing Crocs. Bro.
I'm happy for Chibi, man. He looks happy with his woman. You know what I'm saying? Valentine's Day, they shopping, doing their thing. Pose is a little weird, but hey, you know. He said he at Matt on Twitter, like, yo, what's up?
That was the most.
No, he did.
Nah, he did. he did.
Somebody asked him. They was like, "Yo, Chibi, you gonna pull up on Mac?" And he was like, "Yo, on Lord Ty, I'm gonna say something."
Lord Ty. Well, what is this?
Man, guess what's up?
Wait, who is this? Yeah. Wait, Anime Fan Talk. What is this you're showing me? What is this? Who are you sending this to? Just ask him that before I say what it is. Chibi's spitting Chibits right now. Chibi's clapping cheeks right now at this moment.
Oh yeah, but
that just doesn't sound right in the same sentence, bro. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, but
cheeks to the Promised Neverland intro.
Oh my god! I'm not gonna listen to that properly now.
Hey man, let Chibi do his thing though. For real, I tell you.
Oh, he doing it.
I just saw this picture.
Yeah, you didn't see it before. Yo, Fruit, relax.
Dude.
Yo, Fruit, relax, dog. What's up?
Why is he bent down like that? That is
He's
the
got a
worst
big
thing
dick.
I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Clearly,
Yo, he's kind of bent down that far.
Yeah, that's exactly why he's doing it.
Wait,
Oh, it's because he's 6'6".
Yeah.
He's trying to get down for his girl. Okay.
Nah, he was just like posing for her. You know what I'm saying? She wanted like, yo, let's do a mirror pic.
He was like, show me your gangster stance. That was it.
I like how the Walmart employees back there like, yo, what the fuck? Can you guys change your pose and get on? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Nah, bro, come on.
Yo, let this man live, yo. Shout out to Chibi the Cheebits. They out here. They said Chibi the cheek clapper. Hold up. 11-inch Glock in a tight punt says,
what?
Papa Daddy Dritzkun Sama Senpai BWC Fat Fuck Laz.
Huh?
What did
Someone donated $2 to say that?
I don't know, man.
That's my dog right there.
Is that Dritz alt?
I love it. The clock.
It might be, man.
No, yo, like alts out here.
He capitalized the G and the P, yeah.
DDD say I can't donate for my country. Where the fuck are you, bro?
You said BDB said that?
DDD.
Oh. Well, we didn't want your dirty money anyways, you communist.
Eric says this stream is just calling dudes about. Yes.
About?
Yes, it is, Eric.
It is, yeah.
Listen, man, we gotta get the
about.
Australian
Let's talk about Eric
translator
next.
on that one.
Let's talk about the Red Force podcast next.
Yeah, them fucking
We
Australians.
want to talk about
Fucking
this.
Australians.
Fuck those guys.
Of
I
course.
tell you, man, Brago needs white people, man.
What?
Culture yourself.
You said, man, the white people, what we do?
Yeah, bro.
What's
You
wrong
too
with me and my
attached to these
brothers?
you too attached to these white men, man.
What's wrong with that?
You need
Never
to
that.
support your
You
black.
didn't listen to Steve
YouTubers.
Harvey and what he said? Come on, yo.
Look,
Lando says, I
Steve
heard
Harvey-
someone said
Steve-
that Kirishira saw the symbol in Kurosaki's hand. That's practically impossible from where he's standing to where she's laying down. She's behind him, and Orochi's even between her and him.
Yo, Lando,
I
where
mean-
the fuck you been? Get in the goddamn call.
Lando doesn't like
I don't think
blue
he's in the
calls.
CDA
Bro,
chat.
he's been in Jamaica.
Lando doesn't
what
like
do you
blue
mean?
calls.
nah, he's canceled.
Lando's like,
You can't cancel the ting.
You
want-
can't cancel the thing.
He wants
So he
It's
to
like
said-
an oxymoron.
So Lando said, from where he's standing, it's practically impossible to see her.
There's a reason he's
Okay.
on the island and we're on the
And
continent.
what is he getting
Listen, I
surprised
understand
about,
Lando's on
Lando?
the call, but I don't like when
He
people
gets
like try to
surprised about
disprove.
nothing.
I don't like when people try to disprove theories without like explaining it better because like the thing is like when
I just
you
don't like
see-
Lando.
when we see his
Yeah, I mean, I'm
face,
with you there.
it's like he just saw, like he's surprised. He just saw something. Like, well,
Yeah,
what
true.
the fuck is that?
I don't know. Like Lando, look at the two panels. He cuts her. He's like surprised, and then it immediately
And then it shows a
flutters
picture-
down
yeah.
to the picture.
Yeah.
And then there's another surprise box. Like it's a surprise capture from Komurasaki being dead on the ground. Like I'm on the ground. Surprise.
Hold on.
And
I guess
he was
he's
surprised
saying
about how thick she
Komurasaki
was
is
or something.
behind him, but
But
it's not
the-
practically impossible if he just turns around.
But the other thing though is that when he asked her was she ready, and she said yeah, he
Not
had a
that-
bunch of opportunities to see it before it hit the ground over there. So he probably seen it already when he cut her.
No.
No, we're not talking about that.
Wait. Lando might be right because if you look at her body, she's when he's like putting his sword back before it's like page 14, first box, she's on the ground, and then so it might be the guy.
Don't try to rationalize it.
So
Lando's
those
just
are
trying
man hands.
No, there's another body.
No, that was
Does that
definitely
even look like a
female
normal
hand.
human hand? To be honest, like look how bad that hand is drawn. Jesus Christ.
Wait, so who else was cut down at that point? Who else was on the ground?
Some guy who got eaten by a Orochi.
Probably some girl going Kya.
Yeah.
That's it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, y'all are gay. Y'all are gay.
Who just did that? Was that Laz?
That was me.
Who
Wait,
else?
so Lando may be right.
Lando was not right.
Lando
might be
might be right.
He might be
Her
Her
right.
body-
body
hell?
go back there
He's
and-
not right.
Those are man hands. Those aren't the hands of a prostitute.
I don't know, maybe Smoothie's
How
hands.
would you know, bro?
Maybe
Those
like an
aren't the
old
hands of a prostitute.
How would you know, Brago?
I just know, man. Trust me on this one.
Hold on. So, wait. So look. So when he cuts her, right? What still could have happened is that her showing him the card could have been like he could have been about to kill her, but she showed him the card, and then he let her live just because he seen the card. That could have happened too.
That's a reach.
Super Evil Forever says, "Why is Chibi clapping cheeks at Walmart dressing room?"
That's not a reach. That's
That's the best place to do it. No,
I think so. No,
they don't care.
It's
No.
newfound love. They're doing it everywhere.
Yeah. It is though. I heard that Cracker Barrel is like the best place now.
Cracker Barrel? Oh, we're not allowed there. All right.
Huh?
Um,
Why not? Well, shit.
Black Eye said,
Nice
"I would let
coupons.
those hands
Not wrong.
tug on my mug, my
Yeah,
nug."
nice coupons.
All right.
Oh, my mama, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my mama.
Y'all gonna let this man live, dog, for real.
Never.
Shout out to the chat. I feel like wait, what do you guys rate the chapter?
I feel
I
like
give it a 9 out of 10. It was hilarious.
2 out of 10.
I never know what the fuck Devil's gonna say about a chapter. Like I never know.
Yeah.
A 9?
It's either like a meme or Gear 4 is trash out of 10. That's
Yeah.
usually my expectations.
Gear 4 is trash, but this chapter was dope.
I don't
I-
understand your argument with that at
Chapter
all.
was
bro.
dope.
No, I agree with Devil. Like I think Gear 4 is trash.
Thank you, Dritz.
Like I was arguing with him before about how that isn't the case, but I actually agree with him now.
Okay, wait. Is this
I
true?
mean, you think Gear 4
No, Chris isn't
Batman is
trolling,
trash?
dog.
Or?
No, I'm not trolling. I was talking with Devil Egg about this. I agree with him. Gear 4
don't
sucks.
Fucking believe it, Dritz was saying.
No,
What?
seriously, Gear 4 sucks.
Why?
I mean, Dritz, you mean Gear 4 with Batman sucks? Or?
Gear 4 as an ability is good. Luffy sucks at using it.
Yeah, I guess that's a better way of phrasing it.
Please explain that.
Gear 4 is pretty bad.
Snake man.
He's never done anything it was ever intended to do within the time he was supposed to do it.
He beat Katakuri. It's Snake Man.
You gonna argue that really?
Wait, I mean, Snake Man.
After all of the Luffy versus Katakuri conversations we've had, you're gonna try and pull that on me?
But that's what happened.
Oh, okay.
He used Snake Man was for him to quote unquote
No,
win.
Like Gear 4 as an ability is really strong, but I feel like it's for how strong it's quote unquote supposed to be.
It's
The
not
way
strong
Oda
enough for the
portrays it
risk.
is absolutely awful, in my opinion.
Did you guys?
This
see
is
what
something we
happened?
definitely got to talk about, Dritz, because
Very well.
I don't know. Gear 4 is like
It's not something that we're having a whole stream about, though. It's really simple.
Ability.
It just doesn't do what it's supposed to do in the time it's supposed to do
so
it.
no, but Devil, just because you have a form and it doesn't do something it's supposed to do, doesn't mean that something sucks.
I mean,
Yeah,
it kind of
does suck.
sucks whenever the only reason you don't die is because of obvious
Outside
reasons
stuff.
that aren't a part of your control.
Yeah, but
It's like
So,
something
like,
emotion
like,
that's happened
Devil's
every
argument is
time
literally
you
Luffy
just
goes
that
Gear
Gear
4
4 is supposed to be a finishing move, and he's never actually
But it's
finished
not
it.
a
Never
finishing
finish
move.
anyone.
No.
It's
He
not a
designed
finishing
Gear-
move.
He
He's fought-
designed
found a way
Gear
to
4 He designed Gear
It's
4
like
to deal
watching
with strong
Super
people, but it
Saiyan.
doesn't deal with strong people.
It literally does that.
It
It's
does.
like watching Super Saiyan 1.
Without
not like
Gear
Super
4,
Saiyan
he's not dealing with Doflamingo.
3 or something.
Yeah, but with Gear 4, he wouldn't have dealt with Doflamingo.
He did.
He did.
Yeah, because of luck.
I mean, that played into
wait,
it. But
what?
wait,
I mean, no. Luck
Because,
played
like,
into
okay, look, what
Luck
happened was
played
he
into
went Gear
before
4,
it.
he knocked like Doflamingo around, which was awesome, but then Doflamingo found a way to deal with it for 20 minutes, and then he ran out and almost died.
yeah, but without Gear 4, he's not even touching Dofi.
Exactly.
Well, that's not the conversation though.
What's the conversation?
Gear 4 as an ability, the way Luffy uses it, he sucks. Gear 4 sucks in the hands of Luffy. The way
That's
it's
not true.
portrayed,
What?
all Gear 4 fights are exactly the same. When it comes to Bowman, Luffy goes Bowman, he uses Kongan, the other person blocks it. He uses Rhino Schneider. He has a very linear attack process. He cannot be unique with his abilities.
Look,
He uses
so
Rhino Schneider, he uses Culverine, and then Oda off-screens the fight for the rest of the fight, and then Luffy can't finish the job. He's about to get hurt, and he runs out before he can either do what he's supposed to do or he dies, which is in the case of Katakuri or Cracker.
The thing is, we look at Gear 4 as
Like, it's like the
no,
reward isn't worth the risk.
No.
It's not overwhelmingly
It
powerful.
obviously
for it.
is.
It would be different if Luffy had beaten. This is why I said. This is what I think Oda should have done. He should have had Luffy definitively beat Dofi in Gear 4 the first
In
time
one
around
use.
instead of extending the fight to make it
You know
more.
what
But
dramatic.
guys, you're looking at Gear 4
I think
as
Oda agree. I think Oda agrees with you.
no.
I think
I
Oda
think he
agrees with
did
you
it
because he
actually
has
to
Luffy
do it.
training right. He has Luffy training right now, probably just for that very.
I don't know. Do
but-
you really consider this trading?
No, but hold on. But you guys are looking at Gear 4 as like a complete thing.
I mean, it's
obviously
not
isn't
really
complete.
training. It's not really training, but it's gonna. It's the
I
Wait, so
outcome-
you
the
guys
outcome-
think you guys don't,
the
you don't
outcome-
even think Gear 4 is complete, but you don't think it sucks?
It's obviously not complete.
I
Okay,
Well,
think
here's
so
the thing,
why are you
Brago,
trying
from
to
here
say
on
it's
out in the
good?
series,
No,
from here on out in the series, Brago,
Well,
what is going to change about the way Gear 4 is handled?
Efficiency.
Oda had to show limitations in Dressrosa. That's why he gave him the 10 minutes.
Efficiency and hockey usage.
Yeah, so what I said was true. Gear 4 as an ability is good, but Luffy sucks with it.
That's not true. What you're saying is
Yeah,
not
because
true
you said
about.
the efficiency, which means Luffy isn't good at using it.
That's not true. Look, the kind of ability Gear 4
Wait. Devil was saying Gear 4 just sucks overall. You're saying Luffy sucks at using it, so that's
Gear 4
different.
Devil Lake said that, but whenever I clarified, he agreed with me. Because that's what he actually means.
But that's a
when he says
different
that.
conversation because it's obvious that Luffy is still learning how to use Gear 4.
When Luffy
So-
fought Katakuri said,
Yeah, and you guys
power
are trying to
up to the
defend
front
like him not knowing how to use Gear 4 as good, and it's not good. It
What do you
sucks.
mean? Is what learning is bad?
No, learning isn't bad. I'm saying Gear 4 as it is right now sucks, which is what I was saying.
No,
the
but
whole
that's
time.
what he
You guys
has
called me
to
crazy.
do.
Katakuri said when he was fighting Luffy, he
Ty,
said,
don't ever talk to me ever again. You call me
Whoa.
Dritz. If I can't call you Lord Ty, you can't call me Dritz.
Whoa.
But no, like Brago, what exactly are you trying to say with Gear 4?
No, you said Gear
"Yo,
4
Lord
sucks.
Ty,
Yeah, look,
Right.
look. The risk isn't worth the reward. Like, it's
So
supposed
what
to
would
give
you
him
want- what
overwhelming
would you
strength,
like for
but
him
hold
to
on,
do?
look. Let me finish. Right? He never finishes a fight. He never does anything significant. Right? Every time he goes in Gear 4, he gets dealt with, and then it's like it runs out, and it's like a huge drawback for something that doesn't even complete the job. It's not worth it.
Devil. He would not
You're
have gotten
saying
as
it's not
far
worth
as
it,
he
but he
is
can't
He
win.
without
wouldn't have
Gear
made it
4.
that far
No,
without it.
so
though.
tell me,
He would've
so tell me
gotten
without,
defeated.
so other
He
than
would have
Gear
gotten
4,
defeated a lot sooner.
you say you use Gear 2nd, would you rather him do that?
If he listen, dog.
He would have gotten defeated a lot sooner.
What I'm saying,
than
if you can
Gear
present an alternate like solution, then I'm fine with it. But it's like without Gear 4, he's not where he is. Without Gear 4, he has no chance against Katakuri. So I'm like, just what would you like for him to do?
No, the thing is, like, this is what I was saying. This is what I was saying earlier was that Oda should have done, in my opinion, a better job at showing the progression of how strong Gear 4 actually is, because it all started with Dofi. It had a
And
very
Dofi
poor
was
showing with the way Oda drew it against Dofi,
I
and
was
then we go to
impressed.
Cracker, and then most of it is off screen.
I was impressed. versus
Like, my
Brock.
main problem is he like
Lord
Gear
Ty,
4.
please inform your lowly
Nah, fuck
disciple.
Ty,
Jitsun.
bro. Like, look, the way Gear 4
No,
is.
I want to hear him.
Okay, go
I have this to say, and the Dominga supports it. So Dominga talked about this twice. First, when Luffy fought Doflamingo, and he did Gear 4. If Law wasn't impressed, and Law said it uses up too much hockey. That's what Law said.
Exactly. Law has a
Yo,
good
yo,
idea.
yo,
dog. It's
yo.
like big.
You jumping too much. Like just like chill.
I can't chill. I'm triggered.
Nah, bro. Because like every single time I talk, like you just jump in. It's not nobody else doing it. You're doing it. Just like chill out for a bit.
Okay, I won't say anything.
All right. So look. So that's what Law said, and Law saying that is like he didn't even like Gear 4. Law said it just uses up too much haki. Like Law wasn't jealous. Law wasn't surprised. Law was like that uses up too much haki. Katakuri said a power up with a drawback. Interesting. So you said that Luffy sucks at using Gear 4. It's not that he sucks at using Gear 4. Gear 4 is just that kind of power up with a drawback. Like anybody would suck using it. Like if Doflamingo did some all out Gear 4 thing, like you know what I mean? Like it's strong because you're doing the most. Like
it's a quick power up, and it's like the drawback is part of the reason why it's so powerful.
Yeah, it's almost like,
but it's not so powerful.
It is very powerful, Devil.
Everybody who's fought Gear 4 found a way to deal with it
like
effectively.
Can you imagine like Rayleigh doing something like that? Like anybody who does something like that, it would just use up all their haki and stuff like that. So that's why they
don't do it, because they're not dumb.
No, listen, I was correcting you what you said, because you made it seem like, oh, like Dofi would be flexing on people if he had Gear 4 because Luffy sucks at using it. It's not that Luffy sucks. That's just like a crappy move.
That's a thing we literally cannot prove.
No, we can, because Lord said
we cannot prove it, because we cannot give Doflamingo Luffy's fruit, and we cannot have us showing how he would use it.
No, listen, but
Dofi had a far greater mastery of his fruit than Luffy has. So if you replace the situations with the opposite devil fruits, Dofi would be better at using the Gomu no Mi than Luffy.
All right, look. But we've seen how Dofi fight. We've seen how Cracker fight. We've seen how Katakuri fight. We've seen how the top tiers fight, and they don't do that Gear 4 tactic thing. So it's just we see
because
that
they don't have the rubber fruit.
And they can stall out Gear 4 without doing it to extremes.
Hold on. Remember,
Gear 4 is supposed to be an extreme.
Everything that Luffy did, Katakuri pretty much did. So it's just that they don't do that. It's
yeah,
not
but he didn't go Gear 4 because that's something that's only inherent to the Gomu no Mi.
Katakuri probably could have did it. It's just that it wasn't worth it.
If he had, you're saying Katakuri had Gear 4 equivalent ability, he just chose not to use it.
Listen, it's at the end of the day, why would he do something, right? Even though he's copying Luffy, why would he do something that like he would have to need a 10-minute break or something like that?
Because if Katakuri went Gear 4, he's one-shotting Luffy.
Yeah. Based on the bump that Gear 4 give Luffy, yeah, it should be over.
He can probably do something like that. It's just not worth doing it, is what I'm trying to let you know.
I mean, that's kind of the point of Gear 4, though.
Look at how
what's the point of it not being worth doing it?
Gear 4 works, right? The way that Gear 4 works, if Dofi were to do it, and I'm not saying hold him to do it.
That's all. He used it wrong in certain scenes, and then kept doing it, and people got fatigued from it.
If anybody does Gear 4, they're gonna get fatigued from it. Like it's not that Luffy's using it wrong. It's just a fatiguing move.
As the readers got fatigued from him doing that 3 times almost in a row, the same
exact
thing.
way.
But these opponents are strong.
Like the anime is showing like Rayleigh no different in Gear 4 Luffy. You guys are trying to tell me it's a good power up.
The fight didn't end. Stop.
By the way.
Rayleigh's mad strong.
He's bodying the Gear 4.
The fight didn't end. Stop. It's fucking narrative.
Nah, Gear 4 is supposed to be a super powerful thing. Kaido one-shot it, dog.
Well,
I can give that a pass.
Truth.
Yeah.
I'm more or less arguing the fact that I just do not like the way Oda has handled Gear 4 as an ability. I feel like we've seen it 8 times and it doesn't really feel like it.
Yeah, I mean,
Gear
should have watched somebody.
Katakuri, Snake Man. I think was knocking Katakuri out. It's like
they were like tied in power, knocking Katakuri.
Like I hit Katakuri like 2 times, then he like started dealing with it like everybody else does.
It's Katakuri.
I don't care about
it right last
say it the way that I say it. Like I said, Katakuri. So,
all right, let me ask you guys this, right? What? Never mind.
You should have never used crackers.
Let me read. Lothar said, "Brago, love the streams live. Grow shout out to the cast. Thick neck nation for life."
That's my boy
Lothar. And Eric Terlato says, "Classic Drits with the hot takes. Eye roll. Australia all day, bitch."
Fuck Australia.
Whoa.
The 4th move overwhelms his opponents all the time. Like the fast Snake Man punches that was bouncing all over the wall. That joint had Katakuri. Like,
but no, that's the thing, because like there's a difference between the anime adaptation of that and then the manga adaptation. In the manga adaptation, Katakuri got hit once and then immediately adjusted, and they were equal.
Yeah.
It wasn't the
shot. The fuck
didn't have any stretch of.
Still getting before he even went to Snake Man during the end of that fight.
You said what?
He's getting hits in his base form during the end of that fight, and then Snake Man just made it better.
In the manga, it was like 2 hits after he used like burning mochi. He got a kick in and then went Snake Man.
Like, look, Brago, you read Hunter x Hunter, right?
It's just even if you got 2 hits in his base,
I hope so.
All right, so
yeah.
imagine if like Gon went adult Gon, but he couldn't deal with Pito, and she like found a way to stop it, and then he ran out of adult Gon or whatever. How would you feel about that?
That's different.
That's not different.
Yes,
it's
is.
It's not totally out of left field different.
It's different, dog. Like
no, man.
Gon sacrificed everything.
Yeah, like there's
that's your argument. No, Brago, that's your argument for.
But
like,
Luffy doesn't sacrifice everything.
He doesn't sacrifice everything, but it's like he puts an insane amount of hockey in. Like,
but Gon,
you're saying the fact that he's putting all the hockey in is the reason why Gear 4 is strong, right?
Yeah,
he's sacrificing all his hockey in a way.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's a different with Nen because with Gon is no coming back from it. Like that was the end of him. With Luffy, it's just like he runs out of hockey for 10 minutes and he comes back.
Yeah, but
with Gon is like
real fight. He wouldn't be coming back though.
He does come. Wait, the Dofi wasn't a real fight.
No, I mean like when like people are like gonna help you on the sidelines every time it runs out. There's
help.
Always a convenient moment, no matter where you are.
Luffy would have tried his hardest.
Yeah, that's what Oda said.
Luffy would have tried his hardest and got sliced like bologna, fam.
But yeah, that's like Duplico said. That's like Luffy sacrificing like the Gomu Gomu no Mi. Period. Like he can't use it again after getting fourth. Right. If he does that, then he can't beat fucking Dofi.
Like that. Didn't that happen in Bleach too?
I mean, but the comparison.
Yeah.
Like
Ichigo used his surprise move, Gesuga Tencho.
Yeah, that'll happen to Luffy whenever he gets awakening on the Gomu Gomu no Mi and then stretches the fabric of space and time.
But no, like the comparison still stands though, Braga. It's like if the Dogo like did all this to like become super powerful, but he still got dealt with.
The sacrifice isn't the same though.
The sacrifice is irrelevant. I'm saying like if he did all that for a power up. No, if he did all of that for a power up, but it got dealt with, like same way Luffy does, it would be lame.
No, Devil. I'm giving my life as opposed to giving up 10 minutes with no hockey. Like,
okay.
It's just different, bro. Like if he did that, like he gave his life and he couldn't defeat Doflamingo, then that's lame as fuck.
but back to the Gear 4 fight
every time.
That's
why there's an issue with the progression of it because he might be getting over it faster where he's not like needing to be carried to where he can actually run away. It's still 10 minutes and that's a problem.
Yeah, 10 minutes is a long time to fight.
Oh yeah, but with the Luffy versus Dofi thing, it's good the way that it happened, and it's good the way that it happened with Cracker. Like all of those fights is good because like if Gear 4 would have just beat Dofi.
Not Cracker. I don't agree with Cracker.
Why are you always trolling, dog?
It's Cricker.
You dare ask
my opinion, right?
After his comment earlier.
This is my opinion on the Gear 4 and Dofi fight. Since Gear 4 didn't beat Dofi right away, it makes me respect Doflamingo still, but it's like Doflamingo's dope. You know what I mean? And even Cracker, it's like these aren't people who's just gonna one shot once he turns into Gear 4. These are people that like
you got your power I disagree with you because it was so obvious in the context of the fight that if Oda hadn't extended it, Doflamingo would have been beaten in the first try.
I don't agree with that because
look
the way that I see it, the way that I see that fight, the King Kong gun, right, is the finisher move. Right? Yeah, sound funny. You're just making fun of yourself. So the King Kong gun, the finisher move. You can't just bust a fight out like that and beat him. So like
listen, the only thing that was stopping Luffy from killing Doflamingo and beating him was just like, I ran out. Oh no! Right before I hit him, I ran out.
No, listen, Luffy did it at a point where like Dofi didn't have the energy to stay up. Dofi took all that previous damage, so he did it at a time where it beat him. Like that's like if you play Dragon Ball Z and you just bust out your super move.
I don't know what Dragon Ball Z is, Ty.
You play any game, you just bust out your special as soon as it starts.
What are games?
You fight somebody, right? And you just hit them as hard as
I'm
you
white.
can. Right?
All right, yo. This time. Yo, shout out to the chat. Like the stream. What you guys got going on this weekend? You guys got any videos planned, streams planned?
I'm in the lab.
I'm going to
working on a couple of things.
You working on videos? I saw just dropped the neck to neck with Laz.
Yes, sir.
Right. Check it out.
Good stuff.
We still doing
that.
Laz,
I saw you get some hate in the comments because in the first 2 minutes he started making fun of Sanji.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Not even prompted.
This.
Not even prompted.
And I love that how they just drag like Dritz right into
they
it.
This asshole.
Like I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, Ragnar, that's still happening. Ty, people keep asking me to ask you like, why do you think that Kaido one shot on Luffy was filler? When did that happen?
Well, they're asking, right? But I'm gonna assume y'all are not stupid, you know what I mean, and I'll answer the question, you know what I mean. But it's like people's asking like that, like either people like trolling it, they're like taking what I say and trolling with it and stuff like that. So I know what's canon, I know what's filler, but what I'm talking about is understanding the story and predicting what's gonna happen in the story and getting it right, or just understanding like what's going on. Like Dritz does it, Joy Boy does it, and stuff like that. People who like try to understand what's happening because this is like a setup. This is like chess or whatever. And certain plots in the story is like pawns, and certain plots of the story is like rooks and knights, and the different certain things is more important than other things. So what I was saying is that the part where Kaido one shots Luffy, I use that as a as an example or something like that. I just use it as a saying to say like that's a part of the story that's not really important. That's a pawn part of the story. Like when the Fire Festival happens and this arc comes down to like the finale or whatever like that, that's not going to affect the final part of the story like that. So but what I'm saying by it's filler is that that's something that could have happened, could have not happened, and it wouldn't really affect the ending of the story. Like I'm worried about the ending of the story because we know that like Luffy fights Crocodile, he gets one shot and he loses. We know that Luffy fights Katakuri, he starts losing at first. We know that Luffy fights Dofi, he needs help from Law at first. So like like that, y'all focusing on the part of the story that I feel like that doesn't really matter in the end is what I'm talking about. Like so that's why I called it filler. I called that filler. The parts where Katakuri was fighting Luffy and Luffy was in his base form when it first started, that's another example of me calling something filler because it's like that doesn't matter. A lot of people gauge that fight off of that, and I'm like, no, this doesn't matter. It's about Gear 4 Luffy. It's not about base Luffy. And even when he beat Gear 4 Luffy, I knew he had a new power up coming, so it wasn't about that. Just like Dofi stunned on Gear 2nd and Gear 3rd because Luffy had Gear 4. So it's just certain things to me is like not as important as other things. So that's what I meant by the whole filler thing.
So what are you doing this weekend though, Brago?
Well, I plan to have the theorist stream. This thing where a bunch of
Are we actually doing that?
Right now, that's a plan. To have
Excellent.
it go down. So we'll see how that goes. But other than that,
But Brago, do you get what I'm saying about that?
No, I understand where you're coming from. I guess by using filler, how people are gonna attack, saying that something like that is filler. I understand where you're coming from. I guess for me,
yeah, I don't mean it like that.
Okay. I mean, it's like parts of the story where like, okay, this is just meant to drag out the fight. But as far as like caring about stuff like that, I think it's good for conversation and trying to scale the characters. But I guess in the end, you say that's not going to matter.
Wait. See, but here's the thing.
The thing is, he tried so hard and got so far, but then it didn't even matter.
How is it? See, but the thing is that like, how is that good to scale the characters, right? Because we've seen the Luffy versus Katakuri fight have a totally different outcome. All of these fights, Dofi. So it's like to me, that's like you could probably scale that from where Kaido's at right now to where Luffy's at right now. But then you kind of can't because this arc is going to be over soon. You know what I mean? So like, I think the best way to scale it is when the arc is over.
Like, I agree with your overall statement, Ty, because that basically just comes down to what you think is important and what's not. But that logic right there is like saying nothing matters because at the end of the story, Luffy's going to be the Pirate King anyway.
Yeah.
So no fight is important.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like small things like that we do care about and they matter because it's like from week to week.
So I'm not talking about. So here's the thing, right? Like when we're talking about this stuff, I'm speaking from like an analyzing the story critically point of view, not as like a fan. Like if you're a fan, just reading like when you're in fan mode and you're reading it, cool, that's cool. He one shot at Luffy, whatever. But I mean, like when you trying to get to like what's gonna happen next and like stuff like then to me like that plays a smaller role. Him one shot and Luffy, you know what I mean? Like Joy Boy is not even into the what's his name type of stuff in One Piece. He's not really into the power scale and stuff because that stuff is like very small into like what could happen next. So that's what I mean. Not that like it's just small in general. Another thing too is that the part of Luffy versus Katakuri that made me think that wasn't important in a one shot, that makes you think that it's not important, is that like if Luffy would have lost that fight, he would have turned Gear 4 quick like he did versus Cracker, and then he still would have got beat. Then I could have been like, okay, Luffy's gonna lose this. I'm not saying that Luffy can't lose because he's the main character. I'm saying like based off the way the fight is going, I can tell Luffy's gonna win this. It's just difficult right now. And then it's some fights like versus Kizaru and stuff like that, and like versus Aokiji where it's like nah, they can't win.
But you would only say that because you saw the end result.
No, it's not because I saw the end result. I'm telling you that.
Well, but it's a similar situation, Ty.
No, it's not.
Because you're taking someone that's completely out of his league and basically getting destroyed. But you're only saying that Aokiji doesn't matter because you already know what happened in the story.
That's not. it already happened. So I'm speaking about like it already happened. But what I'm talking about is that based off that fight, right? The Luffy versus Katakuri, I just didn't see, and I didn't see Katakuri do enough, and it's nothing personal to Katakuri, but I just didn't see him do enough to Luffy for me to see like, yo, Luffy's gonna lose this. It seemed like so Oda did a lot of like he had Katakuri flexing on base Luffy for like almost half the fight. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, this is just like once Luffy turns get 4, it's gonna get better, and then Luffy turns. I'm like, okay, he has enough to
so next time Luffy and Kaido fight, you think the fight's gonna go differently?
No, it depends on. It depends on how the advantage the level of advantage the opponent has over Luffy. Like to me,
it's Kaido, so it's going to be quite an advantage.
I'm not talking about Kaido because he's not fighting.
I'm talking about Kaido.
He's not fighting Kaido currently. All right, look. So here's the thing. Another thing too is that like, all right, so if Luffy was to fight Kaido this arc, right? You think he's one shot on Luffy again? No. So it's like
if Luffy fought him alone, yeah.
Nah, no. Another thing too is that like
in that same mindset.
All right, yeah, I was just about to say
you
that.
would get one shot every time.
I was just about to say that.
That's the thing, yeah. Anyone that was in Luffy's mindset during that fight is probably of Luffy's strength is getting like if Luffy was calm, it probably would have went a bit different way. Maybe it would have taken one or more shots. Who knows? But it still would be low diff or negative.
That's another thing where it's like I can't even say like that's the level of difference between Kaido and Luffy because Luffy went in there on some crazy stuff. So it's like it's always more to it. Like I can't just be gullible and think that like oh look he pinched Luffy and it's like no, that's not the power.
But I mean, there is obviously there's an absolutely vast gap between them though.
Yeah, but look how Luffy can't work magic, but look how he bridged the gap with Katakuri. You know what I mean? Like he enough to beat him. You know what I mean? So with Rob Lucci, I feel like he did the same thing, where he got very, very, very strong. Rob Lucci looked at out of day league at first.
All right. Yeah, I agree with Todd to an extent as far as the filler thing, but I tend to care more about small things because I think they do matter.
No, me too. But like I said, like it's and when you're reading it, everything matters. You know what I mean? But when you're analyzing it and you're trying to like, get to the like just some things is more important than others, and you're just trying to like focus on give the more important stuff more attention, then I feel like it's not important.
That's fair. All right, people, like this stream.
Fuck the chat.
Subscribe. Shout out to the chat. Yo, don't disrespect my audience like that, dog.
Nah, but
your chat, dog.
Oh my mom.
Brago trying to pull a fucking forever.
Someone's asking you to ask you that since the stream started. You heard Brago?
What they asked you?
No, I said he was asking me that since the stream started. He just kept asking, like he asked like 100 times.
Well, I guess he was perplexed after I think in Cold stream he was saying.
Audacity.
Angelo said, "Yo, Brago, why you in Theory don't do videos anymore? What happened? Lando take his spot? Theory's just busy. I think
Theory's not busy. That man's just fucking. He likes abusing the fucking little Discord kids. He doesn't actually like having real discussions.
That's his job. For he's a fucking rookie destroyer.
Theory doesn't like having real discussions. He likes having fake discussions with retards on Discord.
Yo, you still mad at Theory from like that last time when he said he got you on semantics? He's still mad at that, bro.
Oh, keep you on one.
Damn, yo. Like this stream. We'll catch you guys later.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye.